Ulonga tabati yada to ye ko madaifa. Inu to ye ko jeun. Love baby pa. Oba tala, oba takutakun. Songo eshu, ogun oya osun. Kini sheshe, tan she nile yo. O jelo jara.
Lafayette, peace and power, family. Welcome to another episode of the African Spirituality Experience. I'm your host, Orisha Bemi, also known as Jagoon. We are here tonight, family, with another live stream. With a dope show we got for y'all, man. We got a lot going on as far as this portal, Lionsgate portal. I think we had the planetary parade the other day. I want to say that was yesterday. Still got a lot going on with these portals. I'm not sure if it's officially over in regards to the what the astrological reports are showing us or not, but I know it's a lot of energy going on, family. A whole lot of energy. For real. Shout out to the Patreon community, man. We had a dope actually we had a run, man. What is today? Day 4? Dope 4-day run with the tribe and the Patreon community, man. So I want to give a huge shout out to everybody who's been holding down in the private community and Patreon. We got a lot going on in the store with that. A lot of powerful presentations, a lot of powerful experiences, a lot of powerful testimonies, a lot of powerful Ase, me and the Shanes, you know. So we have some dope shows, presentations, and meetings in the Patreon community this week. And then want to give a shout out to the new channel subscribers, as well as the new Patreon members and the current Patreon members been riding with us for a minute. Shout out to all the guests we've had come through this week in the Patreon, which we got some more coming, I believe, tomorrow. Yeah, we got a lot going on, family. And I want to give a huge gratitude and thank you, first and foremost, to my big mama. Shout out to G Lady. It's her G Day today, man. So I got to chop it up with my boo thing last night to bring her birthday with her. And once we wrap it up tonight, I'm going to get back to it, to the shrine, and chop it up with her and, you know, Bill. But, man, boy, did she come last night with some things. Boy, she came bearing gifts. So shout out to G Lady. I appreciate you, mama. I see you. I appreciate you. I love you. Happy G Day to you. And, yeah, we're going to get this thing cracking, family. So, with all this going on, man, I'm going to chop it up with y'all while we fight through the technical difficulties with the stream. You know, y'all know how these platforms be. Sometimes, you know, it's a challenge to get everything to work accordingly. So we're still working on it to get Wunam backstage. But hopefully we can get all the kinks taken care of in the very near future so we can get this party started, because we both are having some very profound visitations, man. It's definitely been some very interesting visitors and visitations coming through. The portal thing is real. It's real, like for real. Like, I woke up first thing Saturday morning looking at a portal, like real talk. So can't wait to share that with y'all, family. And actually, Wunam's had some experiences with portals with her, you know, this week as well. You know, we're not the only ones. As a matter of fact, for the tribe, I see y'all in the building too. For the tribe who's on the Patreon call, y'all heard firsthand and saw firsthand, you know, how some of these interactions go with these portals. You know, so shout out to HPS Yemaya Faye, who came through and burnt it down with us in the private community, and was chopping up in regards to the portals and a whole lot more. So yeah, it's definitely going down, family. So in the comments, man, if y'all had any experiences with the Lionsgate, you know, holla at me, let me know. I'm gonna chop it up with y'all for a minute before we get into it, you know, once Wunam gets into the building. But I'm sure I'm not the only one. And I've heard several people, you know, that I've been talking to that I know personally, and then people that, you know, I talked to online and virtually that have been sharing some of their experiences they've been having in regards to all this energy. But yeah, it's definitely a lot going on, family, for sure. And the manifestation time couldn't be more powerful, I would say, right now too. So if you're working on, you know, creating anything, if you're working on eliminating anything in your space or in your orbit, now is the time to make sure you maximize the potential, you know, with these portals opening up, with these alignments astrologically, with the planetary parades. It's a lot of powerful energy, you know, taking place, family. Matter of fact, crystals too. If you're into the crystals, man, check out some dope crystals that'll kind of help you bring up your frequency, you know, and to protect you from some of the frequencies that's coming in, because there's a lot of them, you know, whether we're talking about the food, the water, the air, you know, it's a lot of things going on. These data centers, floods, typhoons, earthquakes, hurricanes, you name it, fires. Yeah, it's a lot going on. But I definitely can't wait to get into this conversation about these portals, though, because it's a real thing. And I've been seeing a lot more. It's been quite a bit of crafts I'm seeing surfacing as well. I'm not sure. I think they did drop a couple more of those so-called file releases from from the government. I'm not sure how authentic, most of those are. Some of them might be. Some of them, I'm pretty sure it's some BS. But I'm definitely seeing a lot of different activity in regards to the extraterrestrials and as well as the UFOs and so-called UAPs, whatever that's about. But yeah, it's a lot going on, family, and I think we got lift off with the Wunam in the building. 1 minute, y'all. Hold on. I think we got it now. Let me see. This year's peace and blessings. What's going on, Wunam?
Peace and blessings. How are you?
I'm chilling. Can you hear me? You good?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay, that's what's up. Listen, I had to do I had to do what you're doing before we got on here, man. I had to get me an ice one because I was out and about. So I said, let me go ahead and grab me a quick I forgot what it was. I think it was like a salted caramel with the ice thing, man. The ice cappuccino coffee, whatever it was. I had to get a little caffeine to get us through this thing tonight, man.
Me too. Look, but I had to make my own. So I make mine with Folgers silk coffee and some whipped cream and some caramel on the top or
Okay.
some chocolate.
Hey, get jiggy with it then.
See?
Yes, sir. Like a hot fudge sundae to me.
Yeah, exactly. But it tastes good though. That's the
That's
only way I
what's
can
up.
really drink coffee now.
Yeah, look, I'm not a fan, but I've been needing it sometimes when I be working too many hours and trying to, push through.
Yeah.
So I definitely had to get me a little dab tonight for sure. I got a small one. I don't want to be up all night, so I definitely got a small
You know what's
one.
funny? Because coffee don't make me stay up. If I'm
Listen,
tired, I'm tired. It don't make me stay up. I don't know why. Some people it does, but it don't make me stay up.
if I'm super tired, it won't do. I just gotta get some sleep. But
Mm-hmm.
but when you drink that hard stuff like I drink, I think it's called Cafe Baristo. I call it Cafe Baresto. But yeah, that Cafe Baristo is like a Cuban coffee. Dang. Yeah, it's strong, real strong.
Yeah, I remember my brother's wife. She was Puerto Rican. She used to make it.
Yeah, they come in a yellow packet with like I think either red or blue letters on the
I
pack.
think.
Yeah, that's the one I use. That thing, yeah, it's strong. It's real strong for
Mm-hmm.
sure. But yeah, I know we gotta, formally bring this thing in, man. So I'm ready to get it popping because I know we both running on fumes, so we probably won't go as long as we normally do, but I definitely want to have a conversation, especially after what I was sharing with them before you came on about how we had some visitations over the
Uh-huh.
last week or so. And I done had a lot. There's been a few things since we spoke that I didn't share with you that have been going on. It's been a lot though, as far
Oh,
as
you
like,
gotta share. You gotta share.
yeah. Well, I mean, listen. So I'm gonna share the portal first. I want to share the portal
Okay.
and then from there I'll share what happened last night. But I was talking to the Patreon community about last night because today I was shouting out my grandmother. Today's her birthday, and
Okay.
so I brought it in with her last night at the shrine. So I had after the day I finished working and calls. Matter of fact, I think we had another call yesterday too. But after I finished up with that, I think I had like one or two more calls after. And so I was like,
Mm-hmm.
let me go ahead and shut it down so I could chop it up with G Lady and bring in her birthday with her. Last year I did breakfast with her. I made some breakfast with her and sat at the shrine and chopped it up with her, man, and danced with her, played some music, danced with her, all that good stuff. So this year, Spirit was telling me to holler at her, bringing it in at nighttime last night. So I went
Okay.
ahead and made like some brownies for her, baked them up real quick before midnight hit, and then
Mm-hmm.
gave it to her, and then sat at the shrine and was chopping it up, chilling. And I knew it was going to be something because I was asking, kind of like you was sharing with me yesterday about how you asked for, if you're there, can you give me a sign or whatever. And
Uh-huh.
so I was expecting a sign because throughout the evening I was thinking about how I was looking forward to some sort of sign, but I didn't audibly speak it. I was just sitting there, in I would say kind of like in a meditative state, but I was communicating telepathically. So man, when I tell you within the first, I don't even think I was there for 5 minutes. I had a scene on the wall from the light from the glass of water and the candle was kind of
Mm-hmm.
like projecting almost like a real projection screen. It was projecting an image that looked like I was looking from a distance through the complex in the Nile Valley of the Pyramid of Khufu.
Oh,
And it was
really?
powerful, man, because I got two orgone crystals that I got from Dr. Blair from the medicine from his
Mm-hmm.
medicine, right? And so I
Mm-hmm.
got for some reason it was on my spirit to charge them up on the shrine. And so they've been there for a little minute. And I guess the way that the pyramid was situated, And it was crazy because that wasn't done intentionally. Where I just put it where Spirit led me to put it. But man, when I tell you the projection of that scene was so powerful and so dope. I mean, it looked like I was looking through a kaleidoscope or telescope. Like I was from a distance, but it was a crystal clear image of the pyramid complex. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I mean, it was so dope. I didn't want to take no pictures because it was sacred, with me honoring her.
Right,
But
right,
it was
right.
dope. I was just sharing it with the Patreon community. It was a powerful experience. I'm talking about super powerful. And that's only what 5-6 days after the portal. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a lot of stuff going on. So I know you said you had a visitation too, like with a portal, like coming to you too, right?
Yeah, what was crazy is it was on the wall, and I seen it one night. I was looking up, because I look up all the time because I want to make sure there's no spiders around the goddamn room, right? Before I
Mm-hmm.
go to sleep. So I
Mm-hmm.
looked up and I seen the portal. And it was crazy. I kept looking at it, looking. I said, wow. I told Dick, I said, there's a portal in here.
Mm,
And then I think no, it was the next day. It was the next day.
mm,
A baby lizard came in the room. Now,
mm.
mind you, we live up high, we're on the third floor. There's no way a baby portal could have got in here. I'm sorry, a baby lizard.
Yeah.
The windows are closed because it's too goddamn hot. So
Mm-hmm.
the windows are closed. So how did that baby lizard get inside of here?
Mm,
It had to come through the portal.
mm, mm.
Yes. And when I looked at it, I was, sitting on the bed. And I'm looking at it. I said, what is that? I thought it was like a centipede.
Yeah.
And when Dinko took a picture of it, it was a baby lizard.
Wow.
I said, okay, a gecko. It was a gecko.
Mm.
Right, right.
I didn't know y'all had them up there in Georgia.
Yeah, they got them
I got
all
them up
over the
there.
place.
Okay. I know
Yeah.
we got them down here, but we got all kind of stuff down here.
Georgia, certain parts of Georgia, people pay attention. It's like the Amazon. If you ever
Wow.
notice some of the trees in Georgia, they're just like the Amazon. You got to
Wow.
remember, Georgia was actually connected to North Africa at one time.
Mm.
So I'm not surprised there's some tropical parts of Georgia.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow. Yeah,
yeah.
that's crazy. Yeah, yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. So listen, you want to bring it in officially with the ancestors before we get it
You
popping?
know we got to do that.
Yeah, because
Let me
after
get
that,
my.
look, I'm ready to get it popping. I'm gonna share these portals and see what the tribe says about it. But I know between you and several other seers, y'all let me know what it is for sure. So yeah,
Okay,
I'm ready.
all right. All right, we're
All
gonna
right.
call on all of our ancestors and ask our ancestors to rise up, rise up, rise up, ancestors. We're calling on the ancestors from north, east, west, and south. We're calling on our ancient ancestors. We're asking that you rise up and be with us, protect us, guide us, ancestors. Everybody's ancestors. Guide us, guide us, guide us. These are not done. They are? You could put it in, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm calling on the ancestors and you interrupted me. All right, y'all, I'm being greedy now. Anyway, ancestors, I'm sorry. Y'all want some fish? I gotta give y'all a piece of fish. But anyway, we want to thank our ancestors for continuing to guide us, for continuing to protect us, for continuing to see through us. Okay, we want to thank our ancestors every day. Ancestors, we thank you every day. We want you to continue to guide us. We want you to continue to protect us and our families. Ancestors, thank you again. Ashe, Toy Moon.
Ashe, oh, yeah, boy. Okay,
Sorry.
well, let's get to it. So yeah, so for me, the way my paranormal activity was lined up this week was coming right out the gate, man. Literally out the Lions Gate, 8-8. I woke up about 9. I want to say the picture, I think it was like 9:33, if I'm not mistaken, right? Got up and I went to initially I think I was going to turn the alarm off, but instead of doing that, I think I went to the bathroom and then on my way back, I was about to turn the alarm off. I saw this damn portal. So let me share it with y'all real quick and let me see what y'all think about that thing. But the initial picture I'm gonna share is from the camera, adjusting its lens to it brightened up the picture, but the room was not that bright actually. It was actually dark. But I'm gonna show a video to show y'all just how dark the room actually was, so you can see it wasn't no reflection because there was nothing within a good 20 to 24 feet that could reflect off of it. So hold on one second. Okay. So that's one image of it right there. And when I tell you, it blew my mind because I'm like, yo, okay, am I still like, am I asleep? Am I awake for real? Like, I had to really like, gather my thoughts to see if I was like awake for real. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And so then, after I kind of realized that, I was fully awoke or whatever, that's when I was like, okay, let me go ahead and take a video of this too, because this is crazy. I didn't know how long it was gonna last, whatever it was. And so then I took the video to kind of really show just how dark the room was, because the curtains were all closed, the blinds was closed, blackout curtains was intact, so it was like it wasn't too much light in there. But hold on, here we go. Oh, that's a picture. Hold up. No, that's the video. Is that the video? Okay, yeah, no, I think it's the video. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so you can kind of see like how dark the room really, and it actually like it's glowing even more right there. If you look at it in the dark, like it's actually glowing. I'm gonna play it again because the video is like 13 seconds. Hmm. Yeah. So what you think? Wunam, what you think that whatever you want to call it? What do you think that is? Or what is it like to you? Oh, I think you're muted.
I think it's definitely a portal. For sure,
Hmm.
it's a portal. But we got to
Hmm.
remember, and you just mentioned the Lions Gate, as y'all can see back here. The Lions
Yeah.
Gate, we usually do our chants before the Lions Gate. And this year, it was a little bit more different than the years, we celebrated it before.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of portals were open everywhere.
Mm.
People were experiencing a lot of portals similar to that one,
Mm-hmm.
similar to the one I sent you. I sent you the picture if you still have it.
Oh yeah. I can share that too. Let me put it in
Okay,
my
share that.
put it in my.
Um, so there's a lot of portals being open because remember we are still going through that spiritual physical transformation.
Yeah.
And then you also had some beings coming through too. And we'll
Mm.
talk about that a little later. But these portals had to be open because there's certain energies that have to enter this earth. Okay.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that. Yeah,
Yeah.
because man, listen. So I want to share it, but I don't want to share it on YouTube because I'm not sure. I'm not trying to get flagged, but I shared in the Patreon. There was actually. Now I will share a picture though. I do have a picture I'm gonna share because I actually have video footage that I didn't know existed of this particular crab that I'm about to share. I don't know if the video actually has any type of restrictions on it, so I don't want to deal with that. But family, if y'all want to see it, you're more than welcome to join either the Patreon or the YouTube community because I shared it in there with them, and I'll be sharing more of the footage from that particular video of the craft. But I'm gonna share this image, and then I'm gonna pull up the one. I gotta get the one out of the text chain and share it too with them. The one that you sent me when let me find this out real quick. So I'm gonna see this. Bless you.
Thank you.
Sad. You're welcome. Man. Y'all bear with me. Trying to get this thing to pull out. I don't know why this platform be acting like that sometimes. Okay, here we go. So this I seen this. I've had this for years now. So this book came out of one of Dr. York's publishings, and actually it's probably in several. But I never knew that there was actually footage of this. Now I read about this visitation years ago, and this actually happened in Florida. This one right here on the left hand side, figure number 71. That particular craft, it visited Gulfstream, Florida in 19. I'll tell you 1 second. I want to say 1987. Yeah, it visited Florida in 1987, And the craft, like, it's crazy because it looks very similar to the one that was in the room. Like, it looks very similar in regard. If you see, matter of fact, I'm just gonna play it, and if there's an issue, then I'll just edit it out because I want y'all to see this. So because this gonna really put it in perspective of how these crafts really look in real life. So let me show this real quick. Okay, here we go.
Sequence of
What happened?
That's kind of funny. It seemed like I got kicked out.
You wasn't supposed to be showing that. That's why. They said, yeah, we're gonna kick you out.
Listen, y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know, boy. Listen, because look, listen. So that's funny. That is hilarious, actually. Like, how the hell did I get kicked?
Now I want you to show the people what's going on.
You can't stop. What you gonna do when they really? Because they're already here anyway. So my thing is actually funny to me because you can't stop it. You can't. You know what I mean? And that's why they got this fake ass disclosure coming out because they bird feeding. But at the end of the day, it's already too late. Like, they're here already anyway. So it's like, that's funny.
What disclosure? What disclosure?
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah.
What disclosure they got coming out?
No, I'm talking about the so-called ones that the government's releasing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Foolishness, whatever.
They can get out of here with that. There's too many spiritual people, and people are waking up. People are waking up at an alarming rate. So they could try to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put fake stuff out, but it ain't happening. People ain't believing it.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Shout out to Brother Roger. He said the weather is bringing out all types of events and happenings, experiences, and not reoccurrences. Nah, it's definitely not no reoccurrence. And Florida is one of the hottest UFO spots in the world, especially Central Florida. Like, we rank up there with very high visitations in this particular area. Really, all of Florida, but Central Florida and South Florida get a lot of visitations. Matter of fact, I got something I'm gonna share with y'all too from Daytona that just happened, I think, last night too, which is crazy. Yeah. I got some stuff, and for me, I feel like with this portal coming, that spirit kind of telling me it's time for you to drop the little the content that you have on it too. That I've been kind of stockpiling up.
We probably also too. You got to remember that we had an eclipse too. So look at all this energy, and that picture that I sent you of it looked like a big, but that looked like another planet to me.
Yeah, I'm about to share it.
It was a double rainbow, but when you look at it, it looks like a planet that was right up on Earth.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be two Earths. It's like, because it's two different, timelines, and there's supposed to be like a twin, I guess, version of Earth as well.
They got more than they got a whole bunch of Earths. A whole bunch. Yeah.
It's been a couple of movies I think they made that kind of had that. It's almost like it was showing two different versions of demographics of Earth or something like that. I can't remember what it was called, but I'm gonna pull up this. I'm gonna pull up the one you sent me real quick too before I find them other ones that I want to share.
Yeah, there's a lot of Earths. I remember years ago, I wrote a song called Crystal City. It was "Come with me to Crystal City, a planet." It's a planet that's made of crystal. I had a dream about it, and the people on the planet were made of crystal. And when I had the dream, I was going in the planet, and it was very, very nice, but they were all made of crystal. So I wrote a song about it, and it was like, "Come with me to Crystal City, a planet, a place where you want to be," because they really good people. But later on, they discovered a planet that was made of crystal. It was crazy. And I know there's other planets, because I like traveling through the cosmos, y'all. I'll travel through the cosmos and I'll travel through the sea. So I also seen that there was many other Earths, not just one. We don't have we have a couple of Earth. Well, let's put it to a couple of planets that's just like Earth. Yeah.
It's definitely real for sure.
Yeah.
And I got the one you sent me now. I had to pull it up.
No water because it's gonna make my cold.
Edit it. Okay.
I'll just do my
All right.
left over in a minute. Okay.
Okay. Here it is, right here. All right. So that's the one. So this is the one you sent me. So now when I see that, I see it looks like it could be an entranceway too, like a entranceway into like another realm or another like planetary alignment as well.
You see it?
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen them before too. Not that defined, but we be seeing them down here too. I haven't seen one I think that was that clear and that defined like that though. That's different. Yeah, that's different.
That was right, like up the street from where I live at. It was right up the street from where I live at, right in the parking lot. We had
Oh, so you took
Starbucks
that
right
picture?
there. Huh?
I said you took that picture?
No, somebody that was in the neighborhood took it.
Oh, okay.
And they sent it. Yeah, they sent it to the group, the group chat we're in. So they took it. They was up, it's up the street. I was like, wow. I wish I was out there at that time. I would have embraced all that energy.
Yeah, that's dope. Now, what do you see like from your from your seer mind's eye? Like, what do you from spirit? Like, what do you see with that one? Like, what do you think that is?
I feel that's another planet. They talked about, oh, well, it's a double rainbow, but you're not looking at the big picture. Look at the picture. That's a whole nother planet. Now, if we know a lot about Jupiter, we know that Jupiter is the one that's responsible for the spirituality on Earth. So Jupiter actually emits the energy for us to go through our spiritual transformation.
Yeah.
Remember Jupiter's rising?
Right. So Jupiter, that's a huge planet. They also protect us from what do you call them? No, you know what I'm talking about. Coronal mass ejections. They also protect the planet Earth from coronal mass ejections. But Jupiter is responsible for all of our spiritual transformations that we're going through as human beings. So I'm feeling like that was the planet Jupiter. I really do. People can say what they want to say, but I'm telling you, for it to be that clear, okay, that clear and that close, I feel like they was emitting some energy to the earth. Now we have the Lions Gate that opened. We have the eclipse that took place. We had the 7th alignment of all the planets. Y'all heard about that one too, right? All of that energy, all that cosmic and planetary energy, that's for us. That's for us. And there's some things that come along with that we're going to see. Because as well as we're going to see blessings, financial blessings, we're also going to be there's going to be some destruction too. And there's going to be destruction for the people that are not good and that are bad. You see, we got war, right? You see all that's going on? They're getting ready to do some cleanup over here. If y'all remember the movie Jupiter Rising, if you didn't watch it, go watch it. Right? Watch it. But right now, pay attention. A lot of people are not paying attention to what's going on in the cosmos. Now, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm saying we got to start paying attention because it's a lot. And speaking of a lot, and this is something that I see on a regular. So I was trying to get the other craft video that I saw from yesterday, but it was taking a little while to get it to edit up and to download. So I got another one that I got from, I'm not sure which day this one took place, but it was recently. Matter of fact, I think this one was yesterday too. It was in Florida, but let me share this. This was Dade County. So shout out to MIAO 305 Dade County. And then, how did it go? That's weird. Where did it go? Where did it go? Yeah, this one was crazy too. It was Shango was cutting up heavy too. Like it was intense.
He was short, cutting up down here, cutting out lights and turning out lights.
Yeah, it was intense, very intense. I'm trying to figure out
yeah. But there's something behind. There's some spirituality behind that too, though.
Oh yeah. Well, I know. I remember. I think you was telling me it's like a war that's going on in the heavens too, with some of the thunder, the supercharged up thunder, and lightning, and the storms and all that. So
they was up there fighting. I heard them. It wasn't no normal thunder. There was rumbling. They was rumbling up up above them clouds. They was rumbling. It wasn't no regular thunder. You heard Y'all know, y'all play video games. I play video games. I may be old, but I play video games, right? And my favorite game was the space game. You know, the one that, you know, what was it, Centipede, and you shoot the ships down and all that, or the ones where you shoot them. It sounds just like that.
Mm.
It
That's like
wasn't
that Star
normal
Wars.
thunder. We know normal thunder.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is crazy, man. Like I don't know what the something going on with why it's not pulling up the video, and I done sent it to myself like 3 times. Okay, here we go. All right, so now this is the lightning, and I'm still working on the other extraterrestrial file, but that one was the other one was dope because there's been a lot going on in Daytona. I'm not sure how many of the tribe might have lived, live in this area or know people that live in Daytona, but it's definitely a lot of different activity going on in Daytona. So much so, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say I remember you had mentioned on a couple different shows we did over the last like year or two about like a big huge craft coming up out of the ocean, almost like a mothership type craft. One of them has been seen on Daytona Beach, and I can't find the footage of it, but I did, see. I actually watched it on, I think it was TikTok, where people had footage of it. And Daytona's been extremely active lately too. And I forgot who it was. Matter of fact, I want to say it was Brother Ryan Hayes was telling me about a big craft that was sitting right over top of Florida, and it's like the government know about it and everything because they know, like they dare, like, and it's like, bitch, what? Like, what you gonna do? Like, what you gonna do? I forgot where he said it was at, but he was telling this was off here. We was talking about this not too long. It was a little while ago now, but I'll say within the last month or two, I think he was telling me about this big craft where it's nothing but brothers, like brothers and sisters, that was on this huge craft that's sitting somewhere off the coast of Florida. So I'm not sure if the ones that are appearing in Daytona are the same ones he was talking about. I forgot where he said it was at. I'm gonna have to see if he could tell me where it was at.
Well, I was down in Daytona a couple years ago. We did our family trip down there, and it was races down there.
Oh yeah,
there were
certain
races.
parts there.
We was on the beach, and I think, what did we see? Like, Confederate flags, and it was being a little bit racist.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And it made me mad. I wanted to curse the whole goddamn Daytona because they pissed me off because they was being racist.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot of people, Caucasian people down there, with money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But
So
what
they
I
might
noticed
be being watched.
That might be what it is because I'm about to look. I got receipts for that too. I'm sure I'm finna pull them up. But yeah, they definitely they being watched. Look, they being watched. They being watched, and boy, when I tell you these boats is being slung too, boy, Kabiesi slinging them boats, boy. He's slinging them boats like slinging iron, boy. I'm finna show you, like, for real. And I got footage of that. I got so much footage of like lightning boats, like it's unbelievable. From all the way back in the early 2000s, I've been recording and keeping footage of this activity. So here we go. Turn the volume down. I don't hear nothing about no copyrights. But yeah, look at that right there, and that's real.
Yeah.
That's right over Miami, downtown Miami. That's downtown Miami right there.
Look at that energy. You see the energy coming from there? You see that energy coming from there?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. And I just noticed, I don't know if you can see my arrow, but if you look, it's like some sort of foreign object in the middle right here. Can you see my arrow?
I can't see your arrow, but I can see that water.
Man. Yeah, I might have to reshare this where I can circle it, but it's like I see something that's like a foreign object too. That was like right. If you look in the middle, okay. I'm just gonna pause it right here. Okay, so if you look to the right of the picture, right, and then you see the building that got like the two like snake coils and up like a turquoise color in the center of the picture.
Yeah, I see it.
Look to the right. You see above like the 1, 2, between the second and third building from the ones that got the snakes on it. Between the second and third, you see that? It's like an object above those two buildings. You see that?
I see that.
Like
I
a
see it.
circular object?
Yeah, I see it.
That's crazy. I didn't even see that when I first saw this video because I saw it on IG. It was like 5 clips, and they recorded like 5 different. DJ Kiko, boy, I know Phil. Boy, hey, listen, that's a good fight song right there, man. That's a good gym song. Like, talk about what I know about that Phil. I don't know who made the post, but they was the one that put that under there. But I thought it was a dope song to put under there. But yeah, that's like some sort of circular object right there. Between them second and third buildings from the buildings with the coils on them. I didn't even see that when I was looking at this initially.
Well, let me tell y'all something about these. Let me tell y'all something about this.
Mm-hmm.
That was my song too. Yeah, they talking about the old Phil. That was the song.
Yeah.
That was back in the day. That was the.
That's DJ
But anyway,
Kiko.
you know, we used to love that when it first came out. My brother walked in the house with the album, and we was blasting it on the big stereo. We got in trouble. But anyway, I want to tell y'all this about these. And I'm gonna say our cosmic family is so powerful, so intelligent. The equipment, and I'm gonna say the ships that they have. We can't even fathom how powerful they are and what they can do, right?
Yes.
And I'm gonna share this with the people. Years ago, when I was on YouTube, I did a video and I was scrying into the pyramids. I was scrying into the pyramids, I was scrying into the Sphinx. And there was a room underground under the pyramids, the 3 Giza pyramids, and there was some high-tech lasers down there. So as I'm, doing my little meditation and talking to the ancient gods, I said, tell me how the pyramids got built. I might have told this story before, I might not have told y'all the story. So they showed me, and when I told you it was like a movie, they showed me that they use high-tech lasers to actually carve out the pyramids and the Sphinx, okay?
Yeah.
And that's all the pyramids around the world.
Yeah.
Now, a couple of years later, on YouTube, Discovery Channel go down there. People go excavate like they do the archaeologists and stuff. They find high-tech lasers down there like I seen when I was scrying. And I'm saying that to say, their equipment, their lasers, their whatever they use is 10 times more powerful than what we even know.
Yeah.
So they have the ability to make you think it looks like a lightning bolt, but it's their ships.
Yes.
I also see them. I also see them cloaking it in this. And I can tell. Now, somebody asked, "How could you tell?" Or what you? I'm just going to say this: a lot of us are highly spiritual.
Yes.
I've always been connected with the sea because I come from Cape Verde, but I also been connected with the cosmos. And a lot of times I would do rituals by the planets, okay? And not only that, I would do readings and people would ask me, I had a client that asked me, could you communicate with the beings? I say cosmic family, not alien beings, our cosmic family. And I told y'all there was 4 that I actually had contact with. Very dark in skin. They had white hair. One was tall. One was a woman. One was a man, and there was 2 shorter ones on the side. I don't know who they was, but they were there, and they were only communicating with me telepathically. And they gave me 5 symbols to give this young man that I was doing readings for, and the symbols were on the Sumerian text later on down the line. So they told me to tell him to decode the symbols. Wow. Now this young man, he ain't that young. He's about my age, maybe 50s or something. He created some T-shirts out of this world. And when I tell you there was like some stuff that came out of the cosmos, right? These T-shirts would blow your mind. But anyway, he was up in the Grand Canyon. He stayed up in the Grand Canyon. And he said he used to have a lot of contact with them. So when he asked me to do a divination to read it and communicate with them, that's what I seen. And the beings was on Venus. It was on planet Venus. Very powerful, okay?
Oh, yeah.
But back to them and what we see going on in the cosmos, They know how to cloak themselves in many different ways. Trust me. Their
Yeah.
technology is off the chain.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got footage of a crab, and I don't know if I might could share it tonight, but I got several videos that I want to make dedicated specifically for crabs. But since we're talking about portals and visitations and all that, let me go ahead and jump into the one from Daytona the other night, and then I can actually share one because Brother Roderick, to answer your question, yes, they have revealed themselves.
Yeah.
I've had experiences with extraterrestrials. I'll just put it that way, like real talk. Matter of fact, Saturday we spoke about it in Patreon, and I went way deeper in depth in regards to my very first experience. And it's amazing because there's a movie out. I cannot remember the name of it. I think I want to say it's Blacks and Extraterrestrials. It's on Tubi, and I'm gonna share the links to it with the tribe or in the show description. But very powerful movie, and it's independent. And I like it that it's independent because whoever created it, I know, like I feel like that really happened. As far as their visitations, because first of all, I know they know something. Like based upon the way they laid out the documentary, the information, the knowledge, the wisdom that they dropped in it, the understanding, the metaphysics, like they know something. And so for me, I can't not believe them based upon I had a very similar experience that they had. You know what I mean? In the documentary or in the movie. And so it's like it's real. And and I actually have one that I'll share that happened, that I actually caught on camera, and it's nuts because the one that I'm gonna share, it actually speaks to everything you said about it cloaking, because I was driving on the highway on I-4, and it was like, I want to say like 4 or 5 in the morning, so it's pitch black outside, and there's no traffic out there. I'm in a semi, so it's like it's very few cars coming, here and there. It's late, and so it's pitch black out, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a big ball of white light just appeared, like in the pitch black night sky. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I stopped. I had to pull over and stop. I'm like, yo, it just came out of nowhere, and it stopped and suspended in thin air, just sat there. And when it sat there, the best way for me to describe it, and I'll share it after I share this one from Daytona, but the best way to describe it is if like a big, like super big bright egg just appeared in the sky, and it just paused and sat there suspended in thin air in the sky, and then it just kind of like projected out a small little craft that came out of the egg, or I'll just call it the carrier ship or whatever you want to call it, and the craft just floated out of the doggone carrier ship and just kind of like literally just kind of floated in through the night sky, and then it just drifted off. And kind of it was dope. I got that one off. I got the footage of that one. I shared it before on the channel, as a matter of fact, but I'm gonna share it again tonight too, since we're talking about visitations and extraterrestrials. So to answer your question, brother Roger, yeah, I got some footage of that, man, that I'll share, tonight. But yeah, they are already revealing themselves.
They
Matter of fact, the
do. They
Miami
show
Mall,
themselves. Yeah.
yeah, the Miami Mall incident was another one. Look up some research on that because I'm seeing a lot more footage, brother Roger, of the Miami Mall incident.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I
New
remember
Year's
that.
2024.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, and they never actually showed any footage. They never released no footage of what actually happened in that mall. They talking about those kids fighting with fireworks and stuff, but if that was the case, damn well they would have showed, the foolishness of the news, but they never show a peep. But yet there's some video surfacing of what really took place, which was interdimensional beings came in through portals. They literally created portals right there in the mall, and then they came up out of the portals. I think they were estimated to be between 8 and 12 feet tall. And literally the most police ever dispatched to any place or any event in Miami history happened that day. So you mean to tell me you sent every cop in Miami to the mall for some teenagers fighting
exactly
in the mall? Come on now. Come on. Make that make sense. The math ain't math.
It don't make sense. It don't make sense. But you know what's crazy? In reference to what Roderick, they're not always going to show themselves like that. Sometimes they also come as humans because they know how to shapeshift. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes.
I always recognize the ones. Every time one passes me, whether I'm walking in a grocery store or not, I know that is not a real being.
Yeah. I was just damn. Who was I was just telling somebody I seen one in Walmart like 2-3 days ago. I think Monday or Tuesday this week. I just seen one, and it's so dope to me because I wholeheartedly feel like they know the ones of us who can see them, that that really see them. They know it because I seen one of them that I know was a reptilian. I think you said she might have been a Lyran, but she definitely had the. I feel like it was reptilian because she had the slit, like more like a reptile than a cat slit in her eye. But when she, and mind you, she wasn't even looking at me. But these are advanced beings too. So when she walked by, I seen the eye in the form of, the reptilian version or whatever. And I guess she could sense me from the side or what have you, and she kind of flipped it, and made it look normal. And the people I was like, yo, you see that? I said, yo, it's a fucking reptilian. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yeah. It was in what was that? I want to say I was in Tallahassee. I was in the mall. I want to say it was like Dillard's or I don't remember what store it was, but I was in Tallahassee several years ago, and I seen one in there. I've seen several of them in Tampa. I've seen one, I think, what was it, Monday or Tuesday this week, and he reminded me of those one. I forgot what they're called. They live in the inner earth there, but he looked like them, but I believe he was a shape-shifting extraterrestrial because of the energy that I picked up off of him. But it was I can't remember the name of those. For those tribes, whoever's into like metaphysics and all that, it's the beings. They're fat. They got like a nose, almost like a elephant trunk. They were in the movie with Tupac and
I know which one you talk about.
You know what I'm talking about? I can't remember what they're called, but yeah. So he kind of looked like one of them minus the nose. But I don't even think he was one of them. I think he was an actual some sort of extraterrestrial from somewhere else. I could just pick up on his energy. But hold on, I'm gonna share this. Now this Daytona one different. This one, this was like literally like a day or two ago.
Those one, I think those are called the Agartha, Agartha, Agartha beings.
They're
in the inner earth. They're in the inner earth.
They live in the inner earth, but these are called something else. I can't remember what they call. I'll find it.
Okay.
But I do got a little bit of stuff on Agartha too, though. I do got a little bit of stuff on that one. Matter of fact, I don't think I can share it, but I'll share it in the private. I'll email it to you though.
Okay.
Okay, let me pull this up. I'm gonna pull this Daytona up real quick. So this one.
Ken Smith said the Daryls.
Which one they're moving now?
Daryls, yeah, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Daryl. Thank you, K. Smith. That's what I was talking about.
They're like round.
But check this out. This is like either last night or the day before in Daytona.
Look, there's one over to the left. Zoom out, get all of them. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4. The other ones dip down to the right.
What would that be, Orlando?
No, that's Speedway. That's the racetrack. Daytona.
Well, those are different.
What's that? ISV.
Is that water?
Yeah, it's a good weed killer, but I use water. Dusty actually got me it. It's perfect.
That's awesome.
No, I love it. It's a mister. It's like perfect.
They got like red and green lights on the wall. They're just ground.
Those are no red and green.
There's no red and green
I
lights.
see red and green.
Green.
Going.
We're off.
All right.
Look, top right. See red and green blinking.
I don't see red and green.
Not the middle one.
They're really big for drones. That's far away.
Look at this.
It's like helicopters.
Oh, look, Tommy, look. Look. He's got it zoomed in.
Looks like a disco ball.
It does.
Yeah.
That's
I've seen those. I've seen those.
There's like an angel in there.
Yeah, it's like those.
Whoa,
What do they call
the
them?
lightning in the background.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna do it live.
Hurry. Wait, what?
Here, babe.
Even the lightning's weird.
Oh.
Look at the lightning. Even the lightning.
Yeah, it's about 3-4 minutes
I said there was
long.
4 of
Like
them.
literally about 3-4 minutes long that they captured with those crafts. So yeah, it's definitely it's a lot of activity, man. A lot of high volume activity going on in the extraterrestrial space for sure.
Everybody better pay attention because it's going to be even more. It's going to be
sure
even
is.
more.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just saw one piece. You can have
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a lot. I mean, like I said, they've been here. They've been here. I mean, they've been here. But it's like, there's different things that's taking place. So, they letting it know, because at the end of the day, the parasites they trying to do everything they can to ratchet up and snark up the planet, before they get kicked up out of here. But they can't do. They want to destroy the planet actually, but the Creator ain't gonna allow that to happen. So yeah, so those
Wait, who wants to destroy the planet? The beings?
the parasites, the devils, the reptilians, the draconians, all them, all them damn parasites. You know who I'm talking about.
The parasite?
Yeah, them damn parasites. They trying to, but the Creator ain't having that foolishness though.
Yeah, no, it ain't happening.
If I need, I say, yeah, they look really big for drones. Yeah,
It was some beings I told you about years ago that was talking to me. I told you that was another dream I had. I was sitting on the mountains and they told me that they were going to shut down all the nuclear weapons around the world.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And they did. Because
Yeah.
Russia came on YouTube and said that somebody was messing with their nuclear weapons and they hadn't
Yeah.
touched them in 3 years.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
said they will not allow man to use their nuclear weapons to destroy this planet.
No. And that's what really sparked a whole lot more of the activity volume. Like when they dropped when they did them first nukes back in, what was that, World War I or whatever, they dropped the first nukes on the planet. That's what really sparked as many of the different, intergalactic extraterrestrial beings coming to the planet. Like they were already here and have been here for long days ago. But when they did that with that nuke that first time, like that's when they really started. And everything you just said is actually in several different like documentaries. I want to say it's in a couple of different episodes of Ancient Aliens and several other independent films. And it's probably, I can't remember if it was Dr. Stephen Greer. He might have had it in some of his work, but there's several different independent, film creators who have created documentaries and different types of films that share, some of those stories. Because I know Chernobyl is one of them that the extraterrestrials have came and shut stuff down, and then the Russian one. And if I'm not mistaken, they've done it here to the U.S. too. The U.S. tried to do some sort of test or something like that, and they came and shut it down. I can't remember if it was at like Area 54 or 51, whatever it's called, 51 or whatever. Yeah. Or I can't remember what location, or if it was what's the other one? It's down in New Mexico. Dulce. I think it's Dulce. I don't know. It was one of the bases they be doing all the crazy stuff at, but they was messing with the nukes, and the extraterrestrials came and shut it down expeditiously, shut the whole operation down. So yeah, they're not allowing them to do that. But yeah, it's a lot, man. It's definitely a lot going on in regards to visitations and portals and extraterrestrials. Vanessa Sanders says, I had a dream last night that 3 moons was in the sky. When I looked down, it was like demons, but really was mankind's after people. I woke up because, well, no, that's real. And that's exactly what it is. That's, and we spoke about this a lot of times, family. As a matter of fact, I want to say we got into it the last time Dr. Valentine was on it, but there's a big difference between human and mankind, right? So mankind is a kind of man. That's the one that's genetically spliced. That's the one that's a product of the big head scientist Jacob. That's the one that has Neanderthal DNA. That's the one that, that's related to the animals. And a lot of times, most of the time, if it's 6 ether hair, if you think about the difference between human and mankind, and we break it down between math and, biology, mankind is a 6 ether hair, person or thing or whatever you want to call it. The hair goes and grows down to the ground, right? A 9 ether being a human, melanated beings, our hair coils up and grows to the sun. You know what I mean? So now you have literally two opposite sides of polarity in humanoid form. Human, mankind, a kind of man. Like that's why they have no spirit, they have no consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why they're as evil and destructive as they are, because they pretty much are, they're not really of human. They're not really of humanoid descent from the universal prime creator. Let's just say that. And they're kind of like what do you call it? A mutation is the best way to describe it. A mutation. But yeah, man. So what do you think? What do you think we're gonna be seeing next when it comes to like all the portals and all the visitations and you know what I mean, all the things that's going on with all this activity? Because it's a lot of activity, whole lot of activity.
Well, yeah, we ain't seen nothing yet. That's all I gotta say. Because there has to be a cleansing that takes place on this earth still. So and they're being watched. Okay. There's a lot that's going on that we do need to pay attention to. We do see the economic reset getting ready to take place. A lot of lessons are getting ready to come in for some people. Okay. So if anybody's struggling with some money right now and you're really down, just know that there's a reset that's taking place, even in Africa, back home in Africa, here, everywhere. So right now, don't worry about that. It's getting ready to be a change made. But spiritually now, y'all know we're becoming more lighter beings.
Oh yeah.
So the masses, you think people are waking up on TikTok now? Y'all ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah.
A lot of people are still going through this physical, spiritual transformation. Now, anybody seen Spider-Man yet? If you haven't, I don't want to spoil it. Yeah. Oh.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Y'all haven't seen it, but well. All right, so let me just say this. Without spoiling the movie, there's something I do when I do divination. So I'm able to go into that person's body and able to see what they're thinking.
Hmm.
Now, I'm gonna just give y'all this one little part. The young lady in Spider-Man was able to do that, but another level where she was able to control their mind. I haven't mastered that yet, but I can go in and tell you what they're thinking. A lot of times when I do divination, she'll say, "Well, what is he? Do you know what he's thinking about me right now and what he's saying?" So I'll go into that person's body and I'll look through their eyes and look what they're thinking. And 9 times out of 10, I'm usually right. So Spider-Man, the movie, they was showing that type of energy. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't want to spoil the movie.
No, go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead. Shoot. I want to know.
he said, "Good
I mean,
question. I
hey.
want to hear. I want
Yeah,
to
I
hear."
mean, hey, if you,
So
if you don't
I
want to
mean,
hear it, family, just mute for a second. That's all.
look.
I
So
wasn't.
pretty much, the young lady, she had the gift to go inside their bodies and control them, control their minds. It was crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you know there's real stuff like that in Africa. There's medicines you can take to have that ability.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is real.
Yeah.
So anyway, she had that power in Spider-Man. So what they were showing you in the movie, without spoiling it again, is how we are going through a physical spiritual transformation.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how Spider-Man is he's the spider, where they're showing how he's becoming an actual arachnoid. Now what do they call it? Arachnoid, whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fully, he's not just what before he could use,
The webs and all.
put on
Yeah.
his spider things. He
Yeah.
don't need them no more. I'm gonna
Wow.
give y'all that much,
Mm.
which is in alignment in what's happening with us going through our spiritual physical transformation. The DNA is
Yeah.
reactivating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we done had several arguments in the conscious community about it. They thought they know. They think they know, right? I'm not going to say some of them don't know, but what I know what I know, what I know. And I know that we are going through a spiritual, physical transformation in the body, and the DNA is reactivating because at one time, in ancient times, we were able to use all strands of our DNA.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this movie, in Spider-Man, you're going to see. They're showing you how human beings, just not Spider-Man, are going through a spiritual, physical transformation. So we are going to experience more, a heightened intuition. If you got the power to go outside and make the wind blow, when I go outside and say, "Calling spirit of the one," and it comes, it's going to be amplified.
Yeah.
If you got the power to see, it's going to be amplified. If you
Yeah.
got healing hands, as they always say back in the day, it's going to be amplified. So
Yeah.
we are becoming more spiritual beings and lighter beings.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't seen anything yet, y'all. You know how everybody's on YouTube, oh, manifest this and manifest that, and you have to do this and you have to do that. Say this 9 times. It's different. It's not going to be the same. It's going to be so powerful. If you think it, it's going to happen. I'm telling
Yeah.
y'all. So that's
Yeah.
the energy that we're being presented with as we speak, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right over here, the little one and the little ones. So that's the energy we're being presented with. So, with saying that, everybody got to pay attention. Everybody got to grasp its energy. Don't
Yeah.
ignore it.
Oh yeah.
It's coming from the cosmos. It's
Mm-hmm.
coming from the sea. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
And it's very important that you do not get caught up in what's going on in the world with Trump over there and the war over there
Yeah.
and the war over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Embrace this energy because it's happening to the humanity in the whole. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
I do want to share with y'all what y'all needed to do because I shared it with my class about just my fans on TikTok too. What they need to do after the Lion Gate. What happens after the Lion's Gate? Excuse me, y'all.
No,
So
you
I want to
got it.
share that with y'all, but y'all get ready. If y'all haven't seen Spider-Man, go see it. You can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm
Okay?
about to check it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they be putting truth in a lot of this, in pretty much all these movies. They put the real deal, truth in there. And you know, I'm glad I got an appearance here, man. It's so funny because what I'll say too to go along with everything you saying is be careful with how you use your we call it ofo ashe, like how you use your tongue, because right now, depending on how you use it, you can really speak things and make it happen in real time, like literally. You know what I'm saying? Like because I did it Well, it's been happening a lot, but I actually did it. What's today? Today's Thursday. It's probably a couple weeks ago, but I remember I was on a call and I was heading to the DMV and I had to go do some stuff. And I remember saying like, yo, because I was supposed to meet somebody. I was like, yo, depending on how this thing go with this, this DMV or whatever, I might be able to make it over there. Da da da. Blah blah squaze. So then I was like, you know what? Nah, hold on. I'm about to go. It's gonna be the quickest and fastest trip I ever made to the DMV. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna get out. And ain't gonna be nobody in there. And I'm gonna keep it pushing. Man, when I tell you, when I turned into the parking lot, that's the least amount of cars I've ever seen in my life at the DMV. And this is midday now. I think it's probably like 3, 4 in the afternoon, 2, 3. But normally it's like, I don't care if you go first thing in the morning, if you go in the midday, I don't care if you go right before they close at 6 or 5, whatever time, that thing be popping every single time. When I tell you, when I pulled in the parking lot like a ghost town, I walked into the building. There was nobody in line. I got my number. Before I could go and sit down, they called my number to the doggone desk. Did what I had to do and walked up out of there, got right back on the phone call, like, okay, yeah, I'm good. I'll be able to make it through. And like literally, I had just said that that's the experience I was gonna have. I never in my life been in and out of DMV before that fast in my life. And all my years, I don't care if I was there 30 minutes before they opened. I never got in and out like that before. So I'm saying all that to say, we can speak things and speak truth to power and literally speak the manifestation of the experience that we want, to receive. And it happens in real time. But, it all depends on.
And it's happening quicker in real time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
right.
Yeah,
So
it's a
be
real
careful.
thing.
Don't think negative. Don't speak negative. Don't do none of that.
Yes.
One of the things we're gonna see, especially the Lionsgate is getting ready to end. But keep track of your dreams. Make sure get a book, right? And
Yeah.
keep track of your dreams.
Yeah. That just
Okay.
came up on the call last night. I mean, earlier tonight too, about tracking dreams and documenting them and writing them down. And what's the significance of that, Wunam?
The dreams are gonna be, y'all thought y'all had lucid dreams before. This time you're gonna be in them for real.
Mm-hmm.
Your dreams are gonna be so clear. It's like you're gonna know. It's like you're gonna really know that you're there. Like your body astral playing into your dreams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had a dream of my father last week. And how can I explain it? It was right here. Right here. In your dream, just see yourself traveling. No, it was right there. I was in the dream and I'm walking down the street and I was in New York. My father was in an apartment and I remember he was sick. And I was walking past him and I seen him and I was waving to him. And then I walked past him and when I came back, he was calling me. And I kept looking back at him, looking back. I said, all right, Daddy, I'm coming. And then I felt sorry for him because he was sick. So I eventually went back to him in the dream, but it was clear as day. It was like I was right there. And then I know I had to give him an offering then because he wanted his offering. So I gave him an offering, but it was how we dream? It was just like we're right here, right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And it's a lot of that too, a lot of lucid dreams. I've been having them too lately. And even not just even the lucid dreams, this is something that I spoke to you about, I know multiple times, and I want to say I think it started intensifying like not too long after the new year. But I've been having a whole lot of what do you call it? What do you call those it's like, damn it, what do they call it? They're like they're not ghosts, but they're, I guess, like spirits, kind of like Casper, but they're like not as, you know what I'm saying,
Like
pronounced
orbs,
to define.
little orbs or something like that.
Orbs, but more so like but in like in like a almost like a silhouette of a person, of a being. You know what I mean?
Like shadow
Yeah,
spirits.
yeah. There you go. I've been seeing way more of that, whether it's from my peripheral or if I move. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like, I guess because the veil is thinning so thin to where, excuse me, so like a lot of these different entities they will ever see them, and especially for people whose mind's eye is like really like activated or percolated, like, you know what I'm saying, like it's wide open. That pineal gland is like it's open. I'm seeing a lot of stuff. Like today, I saw a part of me almost thought it was a fairy, and then you can answer this for me because I'm not 100% sure. I'm not the most, I haven't done a lot of research or reading on fairies, but when I was walking my dog this morning for the first time, I swear it looked like a fairy was flying around us, right? And then I couldn't make it out because of the way that the sun was shining and it was shining down on it. I could see the wings fluttering, but it didn't seem like a dragonfly to me because our dragonflies are big. You know what I'm saying? Like they're pretty big. I've seen like small ones before a few times, like babies, I guess. But for the most part, them bad boys probably about as big as my index finger, if not bigger. But man, it was a smaller one. And the way the sun was, I couldn't get a good clear glimpse because of the way the sun was shining. But then it kind of came back around. It was like it was playing with us. And then it came back around, and then it kind of landed on some leaves or some like grass or whatever plants that was close to the area it was in. But then it looked like a dragonfly. I'm like, man, I know damn well when it was flying, it didn't look like no dragonfly. So if it was a fairy, like, do they have the ability to shapeshift too? Like, can they shift and like shape, change, transform into something else too? Or how does that work?
Usually fairy, well, they are real for one. Let's get that straight.
Oh, I know they're real. Yeah, I know
Right,
that.
they're real, but I've never heard of them actually shapeshifting.
Got you. Okay.
Now, if you want to get into like the dwarfs, the real dwarfs that's in the bush, now they know how to shapeshift, and they can shapeshift into animals, little different animals. But not the fairies. They're not known to pretty much shapeshift. But they are real. They're out, and that's another thing.
Yeah.
A lot of fairies are coming out too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some members in the tribe that deals with fairies. Be seeing them and communicating with them and all that. I actually spoke with some people that have that gift, to be able to communicate with fairies and see them and all that. So I know that's a real thing too. No, it's real. It's definitely real, for sure. And it's a lot of thinning of the veil. There's a lot of visitations, a lot of portals opening up, and so on the call on the Patreon earlier, because I've been sending that portal picture to everybody who I know that got gifts like yours, like them powerful seers like you. The sister that was on there earlier, she was saying how not only are there going to be more portals, but she was like they're showing you these portals because they're giving you pretty much the green light to learn how to work with them and walk through them and like manipulate them as well. So when it comes to that, what do you feel like a person who has the ability to see portals and maybe be able to, I don't know, communicate with them or invoke them or whatever the case may be, how would you say that the best way would be to like learn how to kind of work with them, to manipulate them, to go in and out of them, to get them to to appear? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, since I started rocking with this Reiki, I definitely feel like there's some power that I didn't have no access to or have no clue of prior to, you know what I mean? But now, just learning some of them symbols and learning how to activate that energy, yeah, you could do some really magical, powerful things. So I'm just
but you got to be careful when you do that. When y'all mess with them portals, make sure you got somebody with you. What I'm going to say is what Spirit is showing me is that if you're going to try to work with them portals, just see what can come out. Try to get things to come out first before you try to go in to the portal.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know what's behind that thing.
Right. You don't know, and you don't know how to get out if that's the case. If anything, throw something through it first. Test it out, and make sure somebody's with you. Because you have to be careful because them portals also too can like we seen that gecko came out of the portal.
Yeah.
There's no way in the world the gecko could have came in the house. None of the windows are open.
Yeah.
We got all the windows got screens and we live on the 3rd floor. So how did gecko get in the house?
Yeah.
So with saying that it came out of that portal, which showed me that behind that portal, I see what I seen spiritually now is a lot of forestry, almost like a rainforest, a lot of forestry and water. That's what I seen. If you can try to get somebody to see what they see within that portal, okay?
Yeah.
With yours, the one you showed me, I seen 7 planets in that portal.
Wow.
There's
a lot in that one.
Yeah, it was a lot of planets in that portal. And to the right of the 7 planets, I seen a sun, like another sun. So that one in your house was very powerful.
Yeah.
So that portal was leading you to the other planetary systems.
And that was right before the damn planetary parade too. Like literally, it was on the Lionsgate. That came in on Lionsgate 8/8. Mind you, which is what 3 or 4 days before the planetary parade. And then other people saw. Some people saw like a bunch of people in there. Some people saw a crash with because everybody's mind's eye or everybody's vision is different too. So like what your gift sees, somebody else's gift might see something different. But it don't mean that, you know what I'm saying, none of y'all are wrong either because it's all perspective. You feel me? So it's like regardless of, the story of Eshu, when, you know what I'm saying, when they got into a fight and then or the two best friends got in the fight, and then SU was messing with both of them, and one was like he was red, the other one was like he was black. I forgot which Odu was in, but long story short, they were arguing to the point I think they fell out and started fighting because they both seen him, but he was effing with both of them. So he showed his red side to one of them, and then he showed the black side to the other. So they literally like going at it, like, nah, he's red, and they're like, nah, he's black. And so they going at it. Mind you, he's literally just walking between them because SU red him. You know what I'm saying? So
black, right?
I don't remember which Odu was in, but I say all that to say, but that's just how powerful the difference of perspectives is too. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on.
Well, we got to get ready because remember the DNA is made up of information.
Yes.
So as it reactivates, and we go through this transformation of the reactivation of the DNA, we're going to be exposed to so much more.
Oh yeah.
Them portals ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Them portals are nothing. Wait till y'all see some of the things that you're going to be exposed to.
Yeah.
As your DNA reactivates. If you go back to the ancient wells of Kemet, you see them. You see what? Tiger heads. You see lion heads.
Yeah.
They were shape-shifting back then.
Oh yeah.
They had the ability to do that. And they still have the ability today. It's done in Africa to this day.
Yeah.
Okay? But, if you go to Africa, now that it's built up, it's slowly built up, they are, spend a lot of time in nature.
Yes.
And to give y'all an example, even with my country of Cape Verde is surrounded by nothing but water. That's why the story says that the women were half mermaid and half human and half mermaid. Because that island is surrounded by nothing but water. So if you go to certain parts of Africa, it's a lot of bush, a lot of nature. So it's not hard for them to still do those things in this present day. Okay?
Yeah.
It's funny. They have a saying for the women or women that have cold legs that they're part mermaid. Okay? If your legs are always cold. But a lot of this stuff is being presented again. It's coming back around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people, like in Africa, I feel, this is just my theory, that because they're still exposed to a certain amount of water, they're exposed to a certain amount of nature, like they're always out, you know what I mean? That they're still connected and they've been using their DNA more than, maybe Americans have or Europeans have, right? Because they're more interconnected to those things. Sort of like you go to Africa, like my song, come with me to Africa, you walk and you step on the land, you feel like you can touch the sun.
Yes.
Because when you're in Africa, it's that close to you, right? So that's why they're more connected. That's why they still have the ability to shapeshift. And, we have the ability to do certain things in the sea because that's what we're surrounded by.
Yeah.
Now it's happening to the whole humanity.
Yeah. Yeah.
That DNA is opening up where you're going to have access to information out of this world.
Yeah. And I want to give a shout out to Vanessa Sanders, 2403, because that's real what she's saying about plant seeds with your words, because it goes back to you can use the power of the tongue for good and for bad. But a lot of times, especially now, where we're at right now, if you use it for bad, it could backfire and boomerang, you know what I'm saying? And you sabotage yourself. You know what I mean? Because that's just where it's at, like in regards to where energy is and where it's flowing and where it's going. It's like you got to be on positive, you know what I'm saying? You got to think about Kemet, wearing the heart with the feather, you know what I mean? Like you got to really be, working to be, being a good damn human being, man, for real. Because it is a separation factor happening right now. And it's happening across every dynamic, whether, you know what I'm saying, it's boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, sister, brother, mother, daughter, father, son. Like it's a lot of great separations going on, based upon frequency. And so that's where a lot of this stuff is happening too, where we're seeing all these different things because of the thinning of the veil. But that's going to be all dependent upon the frequency that you're operating on. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to like the stuff that they put in the air, the water, the food, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff is all designed for them to control us with these, these invisible, what are they called? Like the EMF waves, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, all these different types of like the Wi-Fi, all that 5G, 6G, all that stuff is to control, you know what I'm saying, and block you from accessing everything that we're talking about now, which is the elevation of, your DNA activating.
Well, that's why, see, the DNA is happening naturally.
Yeah.
The DNA is reacting, so they can use all that, excuse my language, shit if they want to. But if you even notice the food, remember I told y'all before?
Yep.
The food, your body's no, you can have it. Your body is saying you could give me that, but it's not gonna work. Them
Yeah.
grapes, I'm not gonna eat them. I told you I bought some seedless grapes.
Mm-hmm.
They stayed in the refrigerator for almost 2 months.
Yeah.
Nobody ate them, and we love fruit.
Yeah.
It's the body's the intuition sense that they wasn't real.
Yes.
I'm gonna give y'all something even deeper. I gave some eggs to the RJ.
Mm.
The eggs were fake. You know the RJ didn't touch them,
Wow.
and they usually suck the life out of the eggs. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't touch them eggs.
Mm.
I don't know what they did. They did something to them because they look funny.
Mm-hmm.
So what is happening is it's taking place naturally because we're going through this transformation. It's sort of like I used to tell people years ago. Guess what? They could have destroyed every monument on this planet. They could have destroyed Egypt, but guess what? It's still in our DNA. We would have known anyway about it
Oh
because
yeah.
it's in our DNA. So it's the
Yeah.
same thing,
Yeah.
right? They can send the blue lights. They can do the EMF. They can do all that.
Mm-hmm.
But they cannot control what is taking place, not just on this planet, but every planet. The
Yeah.
whole universe is
Universe.
going through
Yeah.
a transformation.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's out of their hands. They can't do it.
That's facts. Yeah. And
So, and I was going to say back to when we say death and life in the power of the tongue. It don't even matter anymore, y'all. And I'm not being funny. It is what it is. It don't matter because your DNA, let me say it right, is going through a transformation and reactivating. So you're gonna have. Ooh, I can't tell you what spirit is showing me, but it's powerful. In years to come, you're gonna have a lot of access to some real serious power. Real serious power.
mm, yeah.
Hmm.
It's happening for some people. It's happening now.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
real. You
Well,
know what's
that's another
funny?
thing I wanted to comment after Lionsgate too. A lot of people need to pay attention to their intuitions because your
Yes.
intuition is going to be heightened. And when I say heightened, write down. If you don't believe me, I want you to try to predict something for next week. Write it down and watch how your intuition actually makes it manifest. The intuition is going to be stronger. Okay? Now, I always believe that I use more than 3% of my DNA because I'm able to scry, I'm able to do ancestral readings, I'm able to go on archaic records, all of that, right? Now, before, let me give you an example. I would have to look to the left, look to the right, or I'll kind of look for stuff in my, first eye. First eye. Now, it's like they're showing me. It's like magic. It's just showing me.
Yeah.
Right? Sort of
Mm-hmm.
like the other night when I was doing the ladies' reading, right? While I was
Yeah.
sitting there,
Yeah.
the ancestors just showed me some shoelaces and showed me the whole picture.
Yeah.
How this mother used to be like, tie your shoelaces and usually trip over shoelaces.
Yeah.
They're showing me like a camera the picture.
Yeah.
Whereas before I would have to go tap in a little bit and go look for it. Now they're just giving it to me.
Yeah.
That's how powerful the energy is becoming.
Yeah. And you know that man, she that was I was so happy about that one. Like that it made my night, man, because like that was like everything for her, like for real. I checked on her today. She's
Really?
doing good. But yeah, because I'm telling you, like, before we spoke, I was telling you that's why I wanted to really get, make it happen as soon as possible. But that was everything. And I heard the shift in the conversation. I'm pretty sure you picked up on it too when she really
Okay.
realized how real it was. Like when you
Yeah.
started throwing all them different like signs and different, just different confirmation that is undeniable. I heard the difference in her voice and the tone, and everything started to shift. I'm like, okay, now she see, you know what I'm saying? Like now she
That's
see
just,
it's real. Like now
yeah,
she
when I
see
told
how
her
real
about
it
the
is.
orange soda and the wings
Man,
and everything, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that was dope. That was dope. Like, yeah,
She
it's
had to
real.
see that. She had to
Yeah, and
see that to know
yes,
that was,
yes.
well,
It was
I want to say,
confirmation. It
right,
was confirmation.
confirmation that her son was still there. See, she couldn't fathom the fact that his physical body was
Yeah,
gone, right?
exactly. Yeah,
So you see how she was still crying and still
yeah,
crying and still crying.
yeah, yeah,
And then when I began to tell her, well, he said he wants some chicken wings, and
yeah,
he wants some. Oh, kind of like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
so he's really talking through her, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
that's what
yeah.
shifted that whole situation.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
was dope because and that's why I did it the way I did it. I wanted to talk to her first to share my
Mhm.
experience. But mind you, I had something identical happen to me unsolicited. Like this, my grandmother just came to this lady, like you know what I mean, and
Mhm.
it was amazing because I didn't know anything about any of this back then. I had never went to a psychic. I never had no divination. I never had any of that. And so
Mhm.
when she just popped up in my DMs, I'm like, yo, and being in the space I was in, I didn't want to have nothing to do with that conversation. But she kept doing
Mhm.
the same exact thing you did. My
Mhm.
grandmother clearly was giving her all the same signs, just like you was giving, to the sister yesterday. So to the
Mhm.
point where I could not deny that she knew, you know what I'm saying? She knew a lot about a lot. And I'm just like, damn, what is this about? So after a while, I had to like listen to her because I'm like, I know I didn't tell her this either. I'm just sitting there I'm playing dumb. Like what little baby say, I play dumb, but I know a little bit, something like
Right.
that. But I'm
Mhm.
playing dumb because I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, yo, how the hell does this lady know this stuff? You know what I'm saying? But she had a gift like yours. But it took for her to give me at least 5 or 6, maybe even 7, like for sure 100% spot on, you know what I'm saying, like reference points that I know for a fact this lady knows some shit. Like there's no way nobody would know this if they wasn't
Mhm.
really communicating with my grandmother from the other side. It's just impossible, especially somebody who don't even know me, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I know you know because you do the work, but it's like
Mhm.
I had no clue about any of that. But I remember when it clicked for me, and so I shared that whole story with her just to kind of prepare her of how it was going to go once you started doing the same thing, like tapping in and just giving her, all the different data points of what, you know what I mean, she knew was real. And so it's a real thing, man. And that's another reason why I wanted to bring in the aspects of multidimensional beings. So when it comes to let's just say the title of the show, Portals, Visitations, Multidimensional Beings. I know I communicate with multidimensional beings through telepathy.
Mhm.
And I know I've also been in the presence of them through astral projection.
Mhm.
However, I don't or won't say that I communicate with them the way that you communicate with the deities or energies in the ancestral realm.
Mhm.
So, would you consider what we experienced yesterday as the soul or spirit of this newly departed ancestor as being a multidimensional being, which is somebody who can communicate with people who are in multiple realms or dimensions, or would you just consider that as just being an ancestor and a multidimensional being is something totally separate or
No,
away
I feel like ancestors are multidimensional beings
from?
because you
Gotcha.
got to remember with ancestors, they might be on this dimension at one time. For instance, my mother's father, he's not even on the realm of the ancestors that I talk to now. He's on the count. I'm going to call them the Council of Elders
Mm,
realm. So they are
mm,
multidimensional beings on each
yes,
dimension.
gotcha.
So he's on now. Her son, he's pretty much on the lower. I would say probably on the third dimension,
Mm,
right?
hmm.
Because he just transitioned. How long ago?
I can't remember exactly. It was not too long ago. I
Right.
would give or say within the last maybe 6 months or so. I'm not sure
Okay.
exactly,
Right. Okay.
but
So yeah, he's still on the lower rounds. Okay,
mhm,
but
mhm,
they move up. They move up. Okay.
mm,
So yes, they're pretty much the same as
mhm,
multidimensional beings, and then
mm,
you got beings that are not ancestors. Okay.
mhm.
So we
Yeah,
have a lot of different beings that we communicate. We got
right.
water beings that are in
Yeah.
different
Oh yeah.
dimensions because there's
Yeah.
dimensions under the sea, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's many type of multidimensional beings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real because I know I had a streak where I can't remember how many times. It wasn't a long streak, but I would say maybe give or take maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4. But it was a streak that every time I had went by the water, I would see dolphins. Like dolphins would appear, and even so much so, one of them, to this day, I still can't believe it. It was actually in the Hillsborough River, which is
Mhm.
not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Seawater. It leads like there's a pocket and there's different little channels throughout the city that what I mean that kind of are pocketways that go from the river into the ocean, and that's kind of where you have that brackish water, kind of like what they call females who are children of Oshun and Imoja, the
Mhm.
daughter of two waters.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like that. There is certain pockets and points where the channels or the rivers kind of they coincide and then kind of pour into the ocean. But this particular space is not ocean water. It was actually a river, and the dolphin was swimming. I got footage of it, so I got to figure out which camera it's on. But the dolphin was swimming in the damn river, man, over there by the middle town of Tampa. It was crazy to me. I was like, yo, this is dope.
You
But it's
know that
stuff.
they go, but we got to remember rivers are connected to the sea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but
Right. So I'm not
yeah,
surprised because
I
remember
was.
the alligators was going to the sea.
Yeah, now I seen them jokers. Yeah, they
Yeah,
still
the
doing it.
alligators are going
Yeah,
to the
they
sea
still
too.
doing it. Yeah, alligators. Yeah, they've been spotted in the oceans all over the place. Yeah, they
Yeah.
YNing it out there, but them gators out there they turning up. But I didn't know the dolphins was doing it. But yeah, them gators they going in the ocean. They out there like yeah, sharks. We
You know
coming to
what?
get
It's
you too.
even in the rivers.
Hmm?
Some of the sea either Ajay,
Mm.
Yamosa, Mami
Hmm.
Water, they go in the rivers too.
Wow.
You can
Yeah.
get you can get water from the river for your moja. It's still something I've been eating pieces of it.
Mm.
Mm.
Wow. I didn't
Y'all,
know that.
y'all, excuse me, I was starving, so I'm eating my fish. But anyway,
Listen, look.
um,
That's why I jumped off. I had to go turn the oven on, boy. Cause look, I got some leftovers I made for G Lady last night. But I'm gonna warm them things up until we get off, so I can get me
mhm.
some. But
But look,
yeah,
so
man.
a lot of times you'll hear stories that you'll see these goddesses at the river. These, I'm gonna say our sea family. Okay, you'll see them at the river too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, listen. I was talking to the brother. To this day, like his initiation was the most powerful one I've ever witnessed and been a part of. It was unbelievable. Obalube. He's an Obalube initiate, and
Okay.
we was chopping it up at the one we had a couple of weeks ago. And
Uh-huh.
I was just chopping up, asking him how his journey was going, and this and that, that. And he was
Mhm.
sharing, how things have been going. And I was like, bro, like I asked him, like, bro, how did you feel? How was the feeling for you, during this ceremony? Because I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, I done been, all of them are powerful. Let's just get that out the way. Not every single one of them is powerful, but the fact that that one was just so different for me, I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, I'm wondering how he was, but he was like, it was cool, he was like, it wasn't what he thought as far as like, a surge of, power or ashe or energy, you know what I mean? After
Mhm.
being crowned and all that. But then he started sharing like some of the other stuff that was going on. And one of the things that I remember us talking about is like, yo, he's like, man, because he likes to fish. And he was like, man, I'll be out there by the ocean at night. He's like, you ever been at the beach at night? I said, hell no. I said, look, I done already heard, boy, you ain't supposed to be doing that, boy, because you don't know what could go down. And so I've been out there, not late, but, a little after dark. I got up out of there. But he was
I
like,
got
bro,
some footage of that.
man, listen, he was like, bruh, he was like, if anything, he started sharing like some of the experiences. He done witnessed and experienced some shit by that water, man. I was like, yeah, boy, yeah, you got some stones like bowling balls. Cause from what I hear, boy, you ain't supposed to be by that water that time of the night, boy. Cause ain't no telling what could go down for real, for real.
Don't you better not, because I was out there when I was in was it Palm Coast? No, it
Mm-hmm.
was Destin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went out, but trust me,
I've been up there. I've been to their water to the
I
beaches
was
too.
way over here as
Mm-hmm.
I was talking on the camera because it was nighttime. I was
Mm-hmm.
not by the water, okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you do not want to be at the sea at night because they come
Mm-hmm.
out the water and they will come
Mm-hmm.
snatch your ass right in the water,
That's
okay?
crazy.
And if you are a person that is the daughter of the son of any sea god, I don't care if it's from Yoruba, my country, or Cabo Verde, whether it's from Cameroon, whether it doesn't matter. If you are the daughter or son of him, you cannot swim in the sea.
Hmm.
Be careful.
Listen, ladies, you
No,
just take
brothers
heed.
too. Because
Oh,
Mommy
for real?
Water loves to govern African American brothers.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people
Hmm.
don't know that. She looks over them. And I'm gonna share the
Wow.
story with y'all. I have Mommy Water. I have the statue. And
Hmm.
when my grandson was about 2 years old, I'll never forget it. You know how you have the little wine glasses, the little round wine glasses?
Hmm.
It was sitting on the couch. Now, mind you, it was a Babalawo years ago when my daughter was pregnant with him that said the spirit told him that he's gonna be super strong, right?
Mm.
So my
Yeah.
grandson has a lot of strength. But
Yeah.
when he was 2 years old, Mommy Water wanted his blood.
Mm.
He cracked the glass with one hand, and I'm not exaggerating. He cracked
Mm.
it with one hand, and he cut his little hand and started bleeding. Even my daughter, she said, "Ma," she said, "I think Mommy Walter wants his blood," and both of us seen the same thing. So we took him over to Mommy Walter. To this day, I still have him. He's 17 now. He was 2.
Mm,
And we put his blood on the mommy water. She'll
mm,
do anything for him. Anything
mm,
for him. Right.
mm,
But the story goes that she loves to look over African American men.
mm.
But
Wow.
be careful, because even when we go to the sea, he can't go in the water.
Yeah,
Can't,
nah. Mm-mm. No, sir.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's real. Like that's just like me. I can't go to damn it, it's a Tim Mises. I can't go to Mises. It's in my Utah because just certain things. You know what I mean? Like you're not supposed to go certain places when you have certain things. But that's a real thing, and I know it's real too because I actually had Spirit gave me a vision to let somebody know that their child was a seer, and it's funny because I want to say she's probably like maybe 3 or 4
Hmm.
and the bro already gave me confirmation, like, bro, yeah, you was on to something because she a seer. Like I remember the night the message came to me too. It was actually going to the river, to do some work, and it was like I just got the message, like, and I had to tell him like, yo, your daughter gonna be a seer, bro. Like she can see, like, yeah,
Hmm.
man, she's a little, she's still little. I don't even think she's in school yet, but he like, bro, yeah, we already see it. He's like me and my wife, like we both know, like, yeah. She is. I told you, like, cause they told me, look, it came right to me. I had to let you know,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's real.
These
It's real.
babies are coming back or something you don't want to mess with.
Mm-mm.
Actually, they're already coming back. They're already coming back with superpower heroes. Excuse me,
Yeah, superhero
superpowers.
powers. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
It's right.
yeah.
No, and when I say superpower, spiritual powers, they're coming back like that already,
Okay.
and they're not going to allow them to show that yet, not until they're a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
But they already got it. They're coming back
Yeah,
with. Okay,
yeah.
if you pay attention to the babies coming in now, their pupils are a lot bigger. They don't have small pupils like ours.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, these babies, their pupils are big. They can read through the depths of your soul.
Man, you know what's so funny? Let me ask you what this means because I feel like I know, but I just want to hear what you think or what you pick up from Spirit. But where I don't matter where I'm at, I could be anywhere. It don't matter where. It don't matter, what the situation is. But whenever babies are around, they be looking at me like they won't let me not look at them. And so I got to look at them. And a lot of times I won't even say anything audibly, but I'll say something in my mind. I know I could see that they, what I'm saying, they picked up what I said. But I
Hmm.
could tell like they saying something to me. I'm just like, yo, it's funny. What do you think that's about? Because it's like I see it all the time. They will not get my attention, even if they're young enough where they can't talk or or anything. Like just the way they look, they can look and they're looking like I see you, and I know what I'm saying. Like I know something about you too. This is the funniest thing ever. But what do you think that's about? Because it happens all the time.
We got to remember, babies are the closest to the spiritual realm.
Right,
That's
man.
why
So
we always take in, so they can see your spirit, so
gotcha.
they'll know if you're a good spirit or a bad spirit. If you ever
Yeah.
be around a baby, they
Mm-hmm.
start crying.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
they sense your spirit, so they know that you're a good spirit.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
they're gonna want you to recognize them as they recognize you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing to me though. Like I mean, it happens almost every time I see them. Like I see babies, like it's like I see you. Like that's how like the look on their face, and they'll turn their head like they could be way across the aisle or wherever I'm at the store with, and they'll be like, yeah, I see you. Like it's like I
Yeah.
just be laughing. I was
Because
like, what's
well,
up,
these
man?
kids, yeah, because that happens to me. It's funny when I'm in a grocery store because they'll turn their head all the way
Yeah,
watching me, and but then
yes.
I play with them because I love baby. I'll be like,
Oh, me
hi,
too.
talking to
Yep.
them.
Yep.
So they recognize you and you recognize them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's
But
funny.
these babies coming back,
Oh yeah.
they better be careful.
Yeah.
I told y'all the story about my niece, my twin nieces. I walked
Mm.
into the room one day and she had the paper rising up off of the bed, and I am not lying. I
I
left her
believe
in
it.
the middle of the bed. I put the pillows
Yeah.
around her. She was sitting there, and I went in the bathroom. I walked back. The paper was floating down on the bed.
How old was she when she was doing that?
She had to be about 8 months old. 8 months old. Well, both of them, they're twins. So she had to
Oh
be
man.
about 8 months old. Yeah, but I already know. Of course, they talk about the Abeji twins in Africa.
Oh, you
No,
took the words like we got babies in my house. Like yeah, and
right,
they powerful about it. They grown, but they powerful as hell too. So yeah.
right. So but when I walked in the room and seen that, it didn't surprise me. And it didn't surprise me because she comes from our maternal lineage. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And when I was a baby, when I was younger, not a baby, when I was younger, I had the ability to move and make stuff fall down. You
Oh,
see?
trust me. Yeah.
So I already knew I knew that, well, both of them are going to be little witches. Okay? You know, in a sense where they're going to have power like that.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
hell, you got it. So I mean, you know, you was
Right.
doing that at what, 4 or 5, 5 or 6 when you was moving
I was
stuff.
doing that. I was about I'll probably say about 6. And when I got
Man,
it,
listen,
probably about between 6 and 11. 'Cause I used to get mad. I used to get mad at my brother and be making stuff fall off the wall and all kind of stuff.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was like the first time I interviewed you. You told me, I said, yeah, see, that's why I don't be messing with y'all. I don't want no problems with none of y'all, but I don't want none of that. Not yesterday, today, or
Yeah.
tomorrow. Not me.
Well, you know,
Listen,
but you know, it's crazy. People don't really think that stuff is real. It's very real.
listen.
Watch your children. Some of our children have that. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. It's very
Trust me,
real. Yeah. It,
I've seen and witnessed some things, man. Like for
yeah.
real. From all ages too, like even like when, you know, going in schools or community centers or whatever. Like I've spoken to the children, like to this day, like even my nephew, like I would trade his communication skills with probably over anybody I know, and that's saying something. Considering I've been blessed to interview some of the, you know, some very powerful, you know, orators or people like, you know, who are phenomenal speakers, and it's just like, but he just has a different way of doing it to
Right.
where it's almost surreal, like to be so young to have that kind of ability to speak and to speak on anything and not like you can't like he'll tell you some stuff that you probably won't want to hear or you might not like, but you can't get mad at him or discipline him because he didn't disrespect you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like he
Right.
just spoke his truth or what he observed, and it's so real or so true. It's like even if it's something you might not like or be uncomfortable with, it's like how can you get mad at him because he's just telling the truth? You know what I mean? It's like I've never seen anybody to this day that I know or have seen or heard that can deliver any kind of message in a way that you just cannot, you know what I'm saying, go against it because it's like, yo. And so it's like, yeah, they different, man. Like they're totally different.
Yeah, these kids are different because when we went to see Spider-Man, I took one of my grandsons, one of the younger ones, and he's very smart. He had to tell me what was going on. He knew. He tell me. He said, "Well, you know, Nana, that means that he's getting ready to turn full spider instead of." I was like, oh, "Okay, you know." He's telling me. I'm listening to him.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
these kids, these are new breed.
yeah. Yeah,
I'm gonna say a new. Nah, I'm not a new breed. A new species that's coming
yeah,
back into this
yeah,
planet.
they're different.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely different for real. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
shoot, I got a couple questions or comments that I started. I know it's getting late, and we both running on, you know, fumes, so I got to get up early
Y'all
too.
see
So
what I got? My Red Bull.
listen, I'm gonna close this thing on down. I'm about to get some of this spaghetti, and I'm gonna shut this thing on down, buddy. But I want to share a couple of these comments real quick before we get out of here. Shout out to Randall and Anderson, aka DJ Bucket 2863, said that's crazy because I'm creating a game with ancient gods and goddesses as my characters, and Mami Wata is one of them, and I feel closer to them as a because you're tapping into that energy, bro. Like that's what they do. Like when you're dealing with the deities, when you work with them and you're obedient, even if it's the ancestors, like they're gonna give you more. And I think what I've been sharing with people, like especially when it comes up in consultations, is like if you look at, I look at, for example, people who are new, or even if you're not new to the tradition or to a spiritual tradition or ancestral African, whatever you want to call it, spirituality, when you are being led by spirit and you are receiving messages, downloads, installations, you know, whatever you want to call it, and you actually are moving on it, you acting on it, and you know, you're being progressive with it, they're gonna keep giving you more. And so one of the common themes that I've been sharing with people is like, once you open up that Pandora's box, it's like toothpaste. Like you can't put it back in. Like once it comes out, it's not going back in. Period. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, I feel like they literally grade us kind of like a credit score. You know, how you got a good credit score, you can get, you know, the capital for a house, a car, or whatever. The more we do with what they give us, the more they're going to give us because we got a good spiritual credit score. So it's like they know we're going to do right with what we got, so they're going to give us more. And then you talk about what we're talking about tonight with all this, you know, high-end, you know, high-octane upgrades that's coming in. You know what I mean? Like it's just going to turn everything up, you know, multiple notches because you're doing the work with, you know, the energy and the ashe of that said deity. Okay, so Brother Roderick had a really good question and comment. Hopefully he's still on to see it. Brother Roderick says, does our state of mind open us up to the portals, meditation, relaxation, peaceful, and humble spirit and ways? reaction to anxiety in situations through experiences and knowing the pros and the cons of the outcome. What do you think about that, Wunam? That's a great question.
He said, does it open us up?
Yeah, it does, like our mindset or our mentality, I guess, like inner self-talk, things of that nature. Like, do you feel like that like opens us up to receive the access to the portals?
It does. It's very important. See, this is why if we go back to the World Don't Do, which is social measure that speaks about not just the feminine energy, but character, right?
Yes.
And all of that ties into the importance of, your character, humbling yourself, speaking positive, thinking positive, right? Taking time for yourself, meditating, you know what I mean? Um, taking time to connect with nature even stronger, right? So it does tie into all of that. It's very important. So that way you can embrace that energy easily. If you're meditating, if you're relaxing your mind, if you're speaking positive, if you're doing things you're supposed to do for that body, right? It will open you up to receive energy from portals like that. You understand? So yes, it's very important that we do all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's facts. Because you're positioning yourself to to be at that operating at the highest frequency to be able to receive. Shout out to Outcast, because when you was talking about Jupiter earlier, I wanted to say Outcast been dropping jewels for a long time too, because they got that song Planets. I forgot how it goes, but it's on the ATLN's album. But I know part of the chorus goes Earth, Jupiter, Mars, hoes, clothes, cars. It's who you are. Like they've been dropping jewels on all the stuff we're talking about. And
Shout
so,
out to Outcast, but we got to go back to Earth, Wind, and Fire.
well, yeah, even before them, well, I'll go to
Right.
that too. Yeah, they preceded them.
Yeah,
Especially with the
preceded
Medica
them, and then you
art,
got.
and the album covers, and man, they went in with their album covers with the
And then
Comedic art.
you have what's his name? He's a what's his name? Because he taught me how to make chaos jazz. I can't think of his name, but he had a movie and it was in space. I can't remember his name, but I'm gonna think about it. But anyway, all of them it was back. See, they say that the age of Aquarius was back then. It just didn't happen now. It been
Yeah,
here. Age of Aquarius been
yeah.
here, right?
Cycles. It all comes in cycles.
Yeah, cycles. So it's just that you know we started awakening back then, and now the energy is even more powerful. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we're awakening more. Remember, you know, we're at the beginning of the end. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah,
we're coming right back to that beginning, that beginning of when we
golden
used to
age.
be lighter beings.
Yeah.
To the point where you see how how they can cloak themselves and shape shift. Well, even though it's still done, it's going to be done by the masses. If I
Mm-hmm.
want to change myself right now, I'm gonna change into a man,
Man.
right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that type of power, that type of energy,
Yeah.
and these portals. Again, you want to embrace them. You want to be able to, be ready for that energy too, because some people are not ready for that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. You're
you
not gonna
know,
get that. It's not gonna happen. And I didn't mean to cut your wisdom, but even to go back to Brother Roger, like it's not gonna happen before you're ready, because it could send you into a whole, it could send you into a nut house. Like if
right?
you
Yeah,
experience certain things and you're not ready for it, like for real, because it's a shock. It's a
right.
shock. And I personally, I've been having experiences since. I mean, I can't say that I remember any as a child, but I would say 12 or 13 when I had my first experience with I feel like contact. I was about 12. I was in the seventh or eighth grade, so I was either 12 or 13. And since then, I haven't. It's never really fear. Like, I never had no fear of it, because I just knew that it was a welcoming spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lion spirit. Regardless whether it's extraterrestrials, multidimensionals, like interterrestrials, you name it. I never really was nervous or fearful, because I never felt like it was anything that was of a negative, you know what I mean, energy or force that was trying to get around me. And I think that comes back to having the protection of those, you know what I mean, light beings, or those guardians, or whatever you want to call them, in regards to not allowing certain types of energies to get too close. So, but it's still, even if it's a positive force, if you ain't ready for it, man, it could be it could be a bit much.
Yeah, don't get caught up. You don't want to be trying to put your hand through a portal, don't know what you're
Yeah.
doing, and get snatched up. I'm telling y'all, because even though you think you only see that on TV, you got people that really play around with that in real life. So
Yeah.
you be careful with that.
Yeah.
Vanessa brought up a good point. Also, fasting is very
Yeah.
important. Give your stomach a break. I just told my daughter today,
Yeah.
take a break one day. Don't eat nothing. You know what I mean? So fasting
Yeah.
is important too. Yeah.
Yes. I do it naturally. Sometimes my body just say, it don't eat.
Yeah, mine
It's
too.
funny
Yeah.
because I remember like when I actually did it intentionally. Matter of fact, shout out to the Meta Center. I got it was actually like I think it was like an on off forgot how it went, but I know it wasn't a full 7 days at a time. So it was like we would fast. For example, I'll fast Monday, eat Tuesday, fast again Wednesday, eat Thursday. You know what I'm saying? It was like an on
Yeah.
off fasting, but
Mhm.
it was cool. Intermittent. They call it intermittent fasting.
And in fact, right.
Intermittent fasting. So that kind of
That's
me,
exactly what I told her to do.
yeah, me
Yeah.
challenging. I challenged myself to do that just because I felt like it was something like you said your body needs to do.
Yeah.
And I guess it came from spirit, 'cause, like it wasn't no real reason. Like my doctor ain't telling me to do anything like that, but it was like I just wanted to challenge myself to really just to see if I could develop the discipline of going a whole day without eating. And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't have the confidence that I was gonna be able to do it. And it's funny because I told myself I was gonna do it 2 times before I messed around and did it. And then the day that I actually did it, I almost backed out of it because I had worked out that day. And like when I work out, it increases my appetite and when I have to eat more. And I was like, God damn it, I already worked out, man. And now and then the spirit was like, nah, push it off 2 times. You're gonna quit, you know what I'm saying? Quit playing around, go ahead and just do it. You're gonna suck it up. You're gonna be hungry or whatever. But I'm glad I did because it made me do it. And now I know I could do it. Now my body just do it naturally. I don't even plan to do it. It just happens organically on its own sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the other thing I would say too is cleanse, family. Like we definitely need to be doing cleanses as well, man. I'm still cleansing now, and it's powerful because I feel a whole huge difference in my energy, my mind, my clarity. You know what I mean? Like a lot of different things, and that's without me even doing like I'm supposed to do all the way with getting enough sleep, which I'm working on still. But so I know when I actually do that on top of the cleansing and all that, it's going to really turn things up several more notches for sure.
And that's important because you want your body to go through the proper transformation, and you want
Yes.
that DNA to reactivate like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
So you got to help it out. But that's the power. That's the powerful part of it. You heard what you said. You just did it naturally. Your body's telling you what you need to do.
Yes.
Just like I was telling you before, your organs are going to tell you what you need to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, that's how powerful the energy is. So, yeah, it's fasting. Your body's going to say, nah, they ain't even going to give you, how you get signals of hunger? Well, your body ain't giving you no hunger signals because you ain't supposed to goddamn eat. Right? So, your body's, no, we ain't going to make you hungry today. You know what I mean? So, and sleep, man.
Yes.
Now, I will say this after this portal, a lot of people are going to be able to sleep because the last couple of readings I've been getting divinations, people have not been sleeping, including myself.
You and me both. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a lot of that. A lot
Going
of
to
that.
sleep at 8 o'clock in the morning, missing out
Yep.
on the sun
Yep.
and everything.
Yep.
You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now
It's been a lot of
you're going to start being able to get more rest.
that.
The other thing, too, that's real important, y'all, take an hour in the sun, please, because the sun is also helping your DNA reactivate, and it's feeding your spirit and your DNA. Okay, you need the sun to help you go through this reactivation. Let me say it right, reactivation. Um, the sun plays a very big part in it. Okay,
Yes.
and it's going to activate. Not reactivate because it's reactivating DNA, but it's going to activate your junk DNA. They say the junk DNA is not used for anything, but it is. That's where your superpowers lie in your junk DNA. So you have to get that sun because it's going to help activate that DNA, the junk DNA that they say don't do nothing. It's going to start opening it up. Spirit
Yeah.
just told me to tell y'all that.
Yeah. No, and I appreciate that because I'm gonna tell you, even the animals. I know you have pets and animals, and I notice it too. Like even the animals, I'm catching like sunbathing and sun gazing, and you know what I'm saying, like just doing like whatever, like to get that download from the sun. Like my dog was doing it today, and it's hot as hell down here right now. But he's like, Shh, I'm about to see. And he literally lay right in the ray of the sun and just sit there, and it's like the sun hitting him right in the mind's eye. You like, like right there. But it's like. Yeah, even the animals are adjusting, and I feel like they taking in the downloads from the sun as well. Like they're making sure that they put themselves in the position to receive those downloads and installations. So,
Well,
but
the animals are becoming. They're going through their transformation too.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all. My
Mm-hmm.
daughter's dog. She got a blue-eyed, beautiful husky.
Mm.
So we were babysitting. We were babysitting the husky for about 2 weeks, right? We the grandparents of the husky. So when I took him back, we took him, we washed him, we cleaned him, took him
Mm-hmm.
back to her. He didn't want us to leave. But not
Mm.
only that, I came back a few days later to the house. He jumped up and hugged me.
Mm.
Right now, I'm gonna tell y'all what's crazy. He remembers. And this is show you that all animals are going through transformation too, with the cats,
Mm-hmm.
everything. He
Mm-hmm.
remembers the day not too long ago, it was a couple of months ago, where he ate some marijuana.
Mm.
It's
Remember
not
that
funny,
way
right?
he's out there Luke Skywalking
It's
on
not
him,
funny, y'all, but I remember, and I'm laughing because all I see was a dog nodding like this, right? So
Yeah.
we got nervous. I'm thinking something's wrong. He's going to die. My
I'm about
grandson, he
swaying.
started crying. And, we said, oh my God. So we rushed him. She had to go to work and he had to go to school. So, of course, the grandparents had left. So, I'm like, we taking him to the vet. Now, we had this dog since he was a puppy. He only knows this family. So
Wow.
he's family. So we're thinking he's going to die. So we rush him to the vet. She goes, oh, this is common. I get this all the time. It looks like he ate some marijuana. So I remember
Yeah.
he was so happy that we took him to get help because they had to give him a shot and all that stuff because his heartbeat, I think she said, was
This is beating
slowing down or
faster.
racing. Yeah, something. So
Wow.
the dog came and laid over my lap, y'all.
Look,
You know how
you
like
say,
a child is happy
yeah,
that you saved it.
yeah.
He can't. And huskies are super smart
They're
dogs.
very intelligent. That was my first dog. Her name was Candy.
Really?
She had a
So
blue eye and a gray eye. Yep.
yeah, he got two blue eyes, but he's a very pretty dog. So anyway, he laid on my lap. He remembered that. This
Mm.
is how deep he remembered that.
Yeah.
So remember a couple of weeks ago during the July, we had to go down to Florida, and we had a babysitter for 2 days. But when we came back, they were still down there. And I remember she had the dog in the garage, and I was mad. I said, we can't keep the dog in the goddamn garage, right?
Mm.
So I said, go to the
Mm-hmm.
yard and go get him. So we got him. It was so hot. That was the days when it was like 106 degrees, 100. He was panting real bad. If we would have left him there any longer, he would have died.
Mm.
So what I'm saying is that he remembered. See, the animals are smart,
Oh yeah.
understood. So when I bought him, I said, come on, let's bring him. So I kept him. I was like, we're going to keep him here because you can't keep the
Mm.
dog in the garage.
Right.
Can't do that.
Wow.
But he remembered that.
Oh yeah.
And
They're
while
very
he was
intelligent.
here, he stayed up under us all the time.
Yeah. They're
We didn't put
very.
him outside. We let him stay right in the house. Now he stank real bad, so we had to go wash his ass because he don't like water. But we had to,
I'm gonna send you something I had to get for my dog, some cologne, man. It works. It works.
I
I'll send
got
it
him
to
some
you.
cologne.
Oh, you got it
No,
too? Okay.
yeah, I got after we
You
took
got
him.
that Arm& Hammer?
Yeah, the Arm & Hammer one.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
spray.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
spray.
Yeah. I just got
So,
some. Yeah.
but he ever since he didn't like water.
Mm.
So he smells so bad, and he's too pretty to be dirty.
Right.
God damn it, we
Right.
gonna wash our ass. So we
Right.
took him where you have the pet world, and we put him in there, and he was scared, but I guess he was tired of goddamn scratching. So he said, I'm gonna have to let y'all wash me. But let me tell you, he was so scared of the water, he threw up and he shit it inside the little
Mm.
stall.
Oh wow.
And
So he
after
has
that, we
anxiety.
washed him really good. We're gonna take him back Friday because he still got to be clean. But anyway, I got him
Yeah.
some dog cologne. But I brought that up to say that yes, animals are going through a physical, spiritual transformation. They are super smart. I've had animals all my life, even cats. Every
Yeah.
time I go to my shrines to talk to the ancestors of the gods,
Yeah.
Winnie, which is the cat that comes from another planet, she's not like no other cat.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you this cat's not like no other cat, like no other cat, we
Mm.
found her in a bush.
Mm.
She was the only one there in the bush. I felt like she was placed there by the lions. But
Mm.
she runs up
Listen,
to me while I'm
is
communicating.
that one of your black ones?
No, that's my
Okay.
granddaughter's daughter. I mean, her cat.
If you get
She's
any
small.
kittens,
She
one of them
she
black
still
ones. I
looks like
want
a
one of them
kitten.
black. Oh wow.
Oh, I got two of the black ones. Yeah.
If you have
So
any black kittens, let me know because I want them. I need a black kitten.
You need a black
Appreciate
kitten?
it.
Well, mine's a
Yeah.
boy, so I only keep boys because I
Oh,
ain't
okay.
doing that shit.
I,
But I know somebody, no, because I had cats all my life, and when I did, and the ones that got pregnant, I had, one time I had 10 kittens in the house and 10
mm,
goddamn puppies.
mm,
10 kittens and 10
mm.
puppies.
That's
So,
crazy.
but I do know somebody who breeds them. If I find out, I'll let you know.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's
but Winnie
awesome.
is from another planet.
Mm,
She, when I talked to the RJ, she came and jumped on my lap. When I talked to the ancestors, she came and jumped on my lap. When I was talking, we was doing offerings. We do some chicken offerings.
hmm.
She was over there trying to get in the mix.
Yeah,
She's very spiritual and she
yeah,
understands clearly what you're saying.
yeah. Oh yeah,
She
yeah.
look
My
at your
dog.
face when you're talking to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dog. I ain't gonna lie. For some reason, I feel like he's probably a child of SU because, like, ever since he was a puppy, he used to always sit by the door and sit by my shrines, like behind the door, like my warriors behind the door. He would always sit by SU, and sometimes like now, I haven't seen him do it as much as an adult. But when he was a puppy, he would go and just lay there, and it's like almost like he's communicating. Like he would sit right there in front of him. And I got my SU in a house. Like he has a house for, like the SU. Of course it's the SU, but then I got a little house for him. So he sits in his house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he would go sit there and just sit directly in front of him and just chill with him. And then it was so funny because even last night when I was sitting at the shrine of my grandmother, I promise you this Joker was sitting right there. Like he was sitting right there, and it's as if he was like communicating with him like I was. I'm talking about he was facing them, he was looking directly at the shrine. I'm talking about within an arm's length. He was just sitting, he was chilling, like he wasn't cutting up, you know what I'm saying? Like he was as if he
Mhm.
was in prayer too. I'm like, yo, this different, boy. It was so
See?
funny to me. I'm like, yeah, he literally was right there with me. Like, I think that's the first time he's ever done it like that before. He was
You-
sitting right
you-
there.
Shit. You can't live without animals. People don't understand. They come from different planetary systems, but they're
Oh
here
yeah,
for a reason. Dogs and cats. They're here with
mm,
us for a reason.
yeah.
Hold on. You see the question Rod put in there?
Who was it? Roger? This
Uh-huh.
one? Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
was just getting to that one. Yeah, yeah. And I got one more with DJ Kiko after this one too. But he
Okay.
said, rest and sleep how went to the house and show don't miss that. Listen, I appreciate that, Brad, for sure. Already look, and I'm working on putting together some shows in earlier times, man. But some of my guests, the schedules, I gotta get, I gotta get them when I can, So Wunam, a night eye, as Professor Kaba would say. I know Professor Kaba's a night eye, so it's like certain
Yep.
people. I probably ain't gonna have them on, before like 10 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock, just because I got to get everybody where they are. But however, I am working on personally doing more shows earlier, and then the guests that I can get earlier, I'll have on too, family. But I definitely appreciate you, brother Roger. We're gonna, we're gonna work on it, man. I'm working on getting some earlier shows coming though for sure. But hold on, let me bring up DJ Kiko because you know DJ Kiko too from the Patreon. But
Okay,
he
I
said,
remember him.
yeah, good people, man. That's my dude. But he said, I've noticed my mom and spirit guides have knowledge and that they didn't possess while they were in the physical, and now and actually he shared some very powerful testimonials how they've been working with him too. In
Mhm.
regards to like what he's saying right here. Yeah, I'm talking about like some very powerful experiences
Mhm.
he's receiving. But he said that they got knowledge now that they didn't possess while they were here in the physical. He says she helps me guide my balls to the Orishas, and she wasn't even an E5 practitioner while she was living. So what do you feel about that? About the ancestors who come, and do like what DJ Kiko's ancestors are doing for him?
You gotta remember the ancestors have knowledge to all,
Yeah.
right? So
Hmm.
the answer is not, it's not hard for them to teach you to guide or guide you. They don't have to be into Europe because once they become ancestral beings, they're perfect beings. But not only that, they are beings who have access to the all, whatever you want to call the all, the universe, right? So they can teach us many things. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Ancestors, they can download information into your DNA if you ask them.
Yeah.
Remember,
Oh
I
yeah.
told y'all years ago when I used to do, well, I still do divination, but I would only do certain divinations. I used to do a lot of love readings. People used to call me for a lot of love. So one day, somebody asked me to do a medical intuitive reading. And I did it, you know what I'm saying? But then I
Hmm.
thought about it. I said, you know what? Ancestors showed me that more people were going to come start asking for more things. So I went outside, poured my libation to the ancestors. And the ancestors, look, I need you to infuse my DNA, download into my DNA, so I can see clearly, because I felt like people were going to come for more medical intuitive readings. And how I tested it is people did start coming because Spirit showed me, and I would read them. Oh, well, I see you got cysts here. You got 3 cysts here. Or you need to cleanse your kidneys. And they would say, yes, yes, I'm up, So I had to go to my ancestors to actually help me to begin to really see like I wanted to see when I did those type of readings. Okay. So ancestors are powerful, y'all. That's why I'm very, very big on ancestral worship. More than and even before you worship any god, and this is any tribe in Africa, over 54 countries, 3,000 tribes, they always pay homage to their ancestors, even if they're Muslims or Christians. They still
Yeah.
pay homage.
Yeah.
Always pay homage to your ancestors and know that your ancestors were here at one time. And with
Yeah.
saying that, you need to know that your ancestors will help you and download stuff into your DNA if you ask.
Yeah.
If you ask,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
So
And yeah,
don't
it's
sleep
funny
on
because
them.
I was on somebody else's show about a week or two ago. Matter of fact, the sister that was with us tonight, Yemaya Faye, I was on her podcast, and the ancestors came up. And what I did, I painted the picture, the metaphor of like the ancestors would be, if we compared it to the U.S. government, right? The way we have the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Marines, like our ancestors would be like that. That's our first line of defense before we go to the Orishas or the Netchers
Right.
or Lowis or whoever. You need to go to the ancestors. That's the first line of defense. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I mean? Like once you
Then you
go
go,
to them,
right.
yeah, you go through the chain of command, through the orders. But then you got some ancestors that might be like the Navy SEALs or the Rangers or what I'm saying, or the Green Berets, what I'm saying? Like you were saying, like some of them they get to the ascendant, what I'm saying, higher levels of the ancestral realm as well. So it's like
Right.
they're extremely powerful. Like I mean, like to the point where I've seen like miracles and seen things just that seemed impossible happen, like boom, because whether you call on them the right way or how you work with them, how you interact with them, and all that. But it's like we can't sleep on it because it's real.
That's right. But y'all can ask your ancestors for anything. Anything. Ask them. Okay?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I
And
remember when I first got I didn't mean to cut you. I was gonna say, but I remember when I first got the some of the medicines from you. I went from like always having to have like different tools or what have you in order like, to do consultations to like now, a lot of times, even if I'm not at home or I'm not by the shrines or whatever, and I'm talking to somebody and they was about to book one or in the process of book one or whatever, I give them the message. Then I go home and actually get my tools and the toilet or whatever and get to pulling down the Odu. And damn near the same as that message that I gave them just by talking to them was what came out in the Odu. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now it's like almost to the point where I don't even really need the tools to give the messages, because I feel like I'm able to pull it right up out of the universe, or right, what I'm saying, like spirit will give me the download to give to whoever the client or the
that's
seeker.
the ancestors giving you the download. And that happens all the time. Like I think we'll do the old do, and and sometime it'll be right in sync.
Oh yeah,
As soon as
yeah,
I say, he'll say, well,
yeah,
just said this in the old do. I was
yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So, but that's also too that power, that transformational power that's happened to our spirits. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, with the lines, get it open even more. Pay attention to your intuitions, because
Yeah,
everybody has an intuition. And,
yeah.
some of us can see more than others. Y'all going to be right up there with us.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
tell people all the time, it's just like, consciousness. We all have our clock, our alarm clock. Everybody's alarm clock goes off. Like just like waking up every day. Like my clock might be set for 6 a.m., yours might be set for 12 p.m. But it don't
Yeah.
make no difference in, the level of consciousness. This is when you wake up and what you do with that consciousness that you have, once you wake up to it. And that's the thing where I see that happening in real time for sure.
Yeah. Pay
So,
attention to after the line get synchronicity, emotions, changes. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Pay attention to all of that, because it's all taking place. With this energy, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. We about to see some more stuff too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we about to see some more stuff too. And what's crazy, weather, y'all. Pay attention to the weather. I just said we was on TikTok last week. I decided to get on at 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's funny, y'all, because TikTok's cheap as hell. I'm on there doing readings for an hour and I made 56 cents. Get the hell out of here. Like, y'all. So anyway, I kept seeing tornadoes coming to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept seeing tornadoes and like tropical storm. And sure enough, they had tornadoes in Chicago.
I saw
Now,
some.
You see? So, and then we seen an earthquake, and they had an earthquake in Colombia.
I saw that
Right?
too.
It was Illinois. That's right, Illinois. So,
Mm.
earthquake in Colombia. Now, as well as we're having, and let me just tell y'all this: that earthquake in Colombia was caused by government.
Yeah.
So that's what I see spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't
Natural.
man-made. I mean, it
Yeah.
wasn't natural. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but we are going to see some crazy weather. Now, y'all see the sun is coming back out. We're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to have 106 and 108 degrees today. If
Mm.
you can, get out there and embrace that energy. Okay,
Mm.
but that right there is natural, and it's natural because they're messing with the weather still.
The atmosphere, yeah. They're trying to block
So
it. They're trying to block the rays.
right, so there's a fight between man and mother's, moon, right? So get used to it because you're gonna see one hot, then cold.
Mm-hmm.
They're causing earthquakes, and then mother saying, "I'm gonna bring my water,"
Yeah.
right?
Oh
So
yeah.
there's a lot going on with that area right there that we have to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but do make sure that while the sun is out, 108 degrees, yeah, it may hot, may feel like an oven. Go out there and get that heat
Yeah.
because it's meant for some and it's not meant for others. If you know what I mean.
It's gonna enhance some. It's gonna eliminate others. And that's what it's
Exactly.
doing. Like
Exactly.
literally. And that goes right back to what we were talking about earlier with the two poles of polarity.
Right.
The 90 to the 60 to all that. Mankind, human, all of that is this great separational shift. You know what I mean? As
Right.
to the elements of nature doing what they do. And some of us are going to be enhanced and empowered. Some of us are going to be eliminated and devoured. And that's just how it is. And there's
Exactly. So
that.
yeah, that's what's happening. So you got to go out there, get that energy, embrace that energy, for your sake. Okay, you
Mhm.
can take the babies out there for a little while. Don't stay too long, but just set for about an hour. Get it, let it soak up. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then get back in and let it do what it do to everybody else. But do pay attention to the weather because it is weird. Now we've had power out here, and I teach certification for spiritual counseling. So one of my students tonight, she's in Chicago,
Mhm.
and her power was out for 2 days.
Yeah, I remember that was that yesterday when you was telling me about it when
Yeah,
I think it was y'all was having issues with that.
we had our power out yesterday, but hers they've been out for 2 days in Chicago in
That's
Chicago.
crazy.
So, but see, the thing is, they think it's the thunderstorm, but that's them fighting. They hitting
Yeah,
stuff. Okay, they fighting up there.
yeah.
Okay, and they
Mm-hmm.
fighting in the sea, y'all.
Mm.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell y'all what I see through the sea, up to the cosmos. They're coming back and forth in the sea and into the cosmos. These beings are coming, and these ships are coming through the water,
yeah,
right? And then
yeah.
you see them up in the cosmos, and they're cloaking themselves. So
Mm-hmm.
you think it's the thunder, but they know how their machines,
Mm-hmm.
their high tech machines, know
Yeah,
how to create an
yeah,
illusion. So
yeah,
you'll think it's thunder, but they're really fighting.
yeah, yeah. Sean
Okay,
Gold, yeah, lightning, all that stuff. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
go back and watch again. Whoever didn't see it, go back and watch Jupiter ascending,
I ain't
and you'll
never. I
see
gotta
what's
watch.
happening right now on the earth.
I gotta watch that.
Watch
Another
it.
good movie to watch too. I don't know if you saw this one. Matter of fact, I think I might have to do this with the Patreon tribe, man. We might have to start having movie nights, man, because there's so many different movies that have a lot of powerful messages in them. But Immortals, have you ever seen that movie, The Immortals?
No, I never seen that.
Oh my God, please watch that movie.
Okay,
Please watch. Matter of fact, Mickey Rourke is probably like one of the most known stars in there. But
I know
man,
who made it. Yeah.
that movie's powerful because when you watch it now, check this out. Back it came out 11/11/2011.
Uh huh.
The movie's really about the Orishas and the Netchers, literally.
Really?
And the real character that it's really based upon is Ochosi, because the star of the movie is Theseus. He's kind of like a son of a almost like it's almost like a Jesus story too. They tied a lot of knowledge, deep metaphysical messages in it. But
Mhm.
what I picked up from it is that it's definitely a story of the Orisha and the Netchers,
Mhm.
and they call them the Titans, right?
Okay.
And Theseus is the star, and he has pretty much the hero's journey is for him to find the bow. And in
Mhm.
order for him to find the bow, he has to give his mother the proper burial. And when he gives
Mhm.
her the burial, he finds the bow. And when he finds the bow, he becomes Ochosi. It's dope. You got to see it. And And then it also reminds me of The Alchemy, the book The Alchemist, because in the movie, Theseus has a almost like a coach or like a teacher who's like supposed to be a homeless bum, but he's actually a god, and he's grooming Theseus to become, you know what I mean? So it's almost like Asar and Eru. So it's dope, man. It's a dope movie because, like
I'm
I
gonna
said,
watch it, and when we get off here, I'm gonna go watch it. It's called
it
The
is
Immortals.
The Immortals, very powerful, and then they got somebody in there like you. They got an oracle in there. It's dope. I'm telling you, they put some real dope messages in that movie, and they're talking about. I could see the Orishas, the Netchers, and then it also has kind of like the story of Asar and Heru, where it's almost like Theseus could be the character of either Heru or Ochosi, based upon, you know what I'm saying, the different layout of the plot of the movie. But it's a powerful movie. But I say all that to say, we are the Titans. So when you watch it now, you gotta look at how you'll see when you see how the Titans are and how, you know what I'm saying, if they release them Titans, imagine us waking all the way up to all the potential that you said with this DNA, all the 12 or 18, however many strands, and then you F around and you bring the ancestors come, and then you have the combination of us and the ancestors. That part.
Okay, so speaking of that part, on August 28th, we're supposed to have a gathering.
Mm-hmm.
And the gathering is, it doesn't matter, Chinese, Black, Indian, Mexican, everybody's to come together and pay homage and rise up their ancestors.
That's right.
And they are to bring offerings for their ancestors. So if you're Chinese, you got ancestors, you want to come. So every culture is coming together to do a big ancestral call and rising up of the ancestors and giving them offerings. And we're doing it in Georgia. So if anybody wants to come on the 28th of August, you can come. Bring your offerings to your ancestors. Okay? Whatever offerings your ancestors may take. We're going to bring food. You know, of course, we're going to do it by the water. And, you know, other cultures, I don't know what they give their ancestors, but I know African ancestors, you know. So just bring your offerings and meet us out there, because we're all going to rise up the ancestors from north, east, west, south, from China all the way to Italy, to Africa, whatever. Come and join us, to everybody join up their ancestors, raise up their ancestors.
Yeah, when you get the like the flyers and everything, send it to me. I'll definitely share it. And then if our schedules allow, man, hopefully we can do another show, you know, and promote it, you know, talk about it and promote it too, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because if I can't make it, maybe I could do. Hopefully, I could do like a live stream or something. You know what I mean? Like to kind of play it, you know, on the channel if it's a way
We
for
could
y'all.
do it. You know what? That's it. Well, nah.
And even if you don't have the Wi-Fi, just record it and
No,
then
I was
send
just
it to
gonna
me,
say, yeah,
and then I can.
because they don't have Wi-Fi out there. Because
Yeah,
every time we go
just
out there,
record it.
yeah.
Yep. Because if you record it and then send me the files, then I could do
Then
like
we
a
could
watch
put it
party.
up, right?
Yeah, because I was gonna do that for the Lionsgate portal, but stuff got my schedule got thrown off and I wasn't able to do it. But we was gonna do one of them here at my house here in Tampa for the Lionsgate portal. But the whole back to school thing and a bunch of other stuff kind of
Right.
Yeah, but
But
anyway,
then
I would love
remember,
to.
though, we're gonna do the water too, because we're going back to the water. We're looking at the second weekend. Well, Labor Day's when we're not that weekend because it's gonna be crazy. The second weekend of September on the weekend, to go back to the water.
Yeah,
So
keep
we're
me
gonna be
posted.
doing the water. Okay.
Yeah, because I think that Destin about 6 or 7 from me, something like that. It's not crazy because I've been there, in that area, Destin and Fort Walton Beach and all that area in the Panhandle.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, beautiful beaches too. That beach is beautiful there in Destin.
Yeah, but that's why I want to go there. But I don't know. Spirit told me we might need to go to the Atlantic Ocean. So
Come on down.
Huh?
I said, come on down because that's where we at, right where I'm at. I think.
Yeah, I think it takes us about, I don't know, I think maybe about 5 hours to get to y'all. So, but I picked the middle ground. I think it's Lake City, Florida. That's in between Tampa and Georgia.
Oh yeah, I think you was telling me about that.
3.5 hours each way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
so
let me
that
know
way,
because I'll mess around and get a caravan together because there's been a few people that I rock with that I do work here in Tampa that was saying they was looking forward to getting y'all down here. I forgot to tell you about that. So yeah, let me know when you plan on doing it because I can let them know and maybe they might want to slide. We have a little caravan man to slide on up there to meet up with y'all.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I got
right.
a couple of sisters that I work with here. was saying that they would love to get you down here to have some events or collaborations or something. And I forgot to tell you, this was just this week too. We was talking about that, so maybe that's
I'll come down there and do some event. Yeah, I'll come down and we could do some events. Yeah. Yeah, definitely for sure. But this right here that we're doing is really to go pay homage again to our Ase family, right? And the other one is for to rise up the ancestors, right? And then we may have one more, and I'll see if Spirit tells me to pay homage to our cosmic family.
Like Egbe?
Egbe,
Like the galactic
the galactic god, right?
Gotcha.
Right. So we got to pay homage to them. Years ago they told me to teach the students how to do rituals to each planet, and we had to do them backwards. Okay. So yeah, it was kind of deep. Yeah, but we had to do them outside, and we had to do the rituals on the ground to each planet. So like Jupiter, Saturn, but we had to write their names backwards. And I speak when spirits say speak. So we were doing rituals by each planet. But it's time for us to pay homage to the cosmic families too.
That's dope.
Yeah,
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep me posted, man. I'm definitely
Okay.
willing to facilitate and help, or whatever way I can for sure. I already know. That's what's up. Okay,
I will for sure. So
slide up out of here because I think I don't see no more questions.
No
but
questions?
I don't want to cut your wisdom. But what I do want to ask, like, what do you want to leave us with before we get out of here? Because like I said, we covered a lot of ground. We talked about a lot, dropped a lot of jewels, shared a lot of wisdom. But what would you want to give the tribe and all of us collectively, signing out in regards of where we should move and how we should move forward on August 14th, 2026 going forward?
Well, I'm gonna say it just like I told my students. After all this energy that's being presented, after Lionsgate, the alignments, the eclipses, the portals, I want you to ask yourself, who are you becoming? Ask yourself, who are you becoming? Okay, and that's it. Who are you becoming?
I like that. And that's powerful because that's in divine alignment what we're doing in the private community. We're doing a challenge just for that, a 21-day challenge of transformation. And so we literally been going every day this week. We've had I think 4 calls in a row. Tomorrow we're gonna have 5. And so I was like, initially I was only gonna do like 1 or 2 calls a week, but Spirit gave me a download like, nah, we gonna do it. Go 21 straight, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they say it takes anywhere from 21 to 30 days to create a new habit. I think something like that, 60 days, whatever it is. But I know 21 days, 3 weeks of doing something, of adding 3 positive habits and eliminating 3 negative habits, you know what I mean? And then also to like create the end goal, like create the vision, like what does this person who goes through this transformation, what do they look like in 21 days? Like, what have they developed? What have they eliminated? What, you know what I'm saying? Where have they elevated? Where have they, grown? So it's like, it's dope, and everybody's holding each other accountable. Everybody, meeting up, showing up every day. It's been a powerful 4 days for real. And then today it was even more amazing. The Spirit been leading the way. Like, I don't really try too hard to figure out what the theme of the topic of the day is, because Spirit's been literally just been delivering it to me, like just dropping it up. Like today was becoming the walking altar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Making your, manifesting yourself as into a shrine or altar, you know what I mean? A sacred, within yourself. And it was powerful. It was very powerful, actually. So yeah, that's right in the divine man.
One more thing is that I told my students too: transformation is not the destination.
Say it again.
Transformation is not the destination. You know what is? Mastery. Okay? Say it again. Transformation is not the destination. Mastery is the destination. So you must master the energy. You must master your emotions. You must master your intuition. Is mastering. Okay? And I'm gonna leave y'all with that.
Yeah, I like that. You remind me of Baba Tolu, because he was like, a lot of people get the initiation aspect of being initiated misconstrued. Like, people think they get initiated, you just got all this juice, this ashe and da 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 da. Like, they don't realize, like, that's just the start. That's just the beginning. You're like, they don't give you no 4-year degree when you get to campus as a freshman. You know, you get all
right.
I gotta
Right.
holler at Bubba too, but yeah, he was like, yeah, man. People be thinking like just because you had a ceremony, like you know, you did something. Like, yeah, that's an accomplishment, but you just getting started. Like, it was like, yeah, you don't get no degree when you walk on campus as a freshman in college.
That's right.
I was like, yeah, but that goes back to what you said. Like, yes, you can transform, but then what do you do after? You
Right.
know what I mean? And that's where working to become the master comes into play. So I like that for sure.
That's right. Another thing too, family, we was just talking about this yesterday. It's two things. One thing, when people get initiated, they want a lot of people get initiated for power. They don't get initiated for their gifts and learning how to use their gifts. Stop getting initiated for power. They don't work like that. In Africa, you will continue learning. You will go through many, many, many initiations. You will continue to learn. Okay.
55 years.
Right. You will keep learning. So don't get initiated because you want power. Don't do that because otherwise it's not going to work for you. Okay. The other thing is anybody that's in Georgia, and I'm saying this because I sell African food. Let me tell y'all, I put it on the map, right? Cape Verdean food. So I've capitalized off of the World Cup when they was coming out with Cape Verde. So now everybody and their mother's talking about Cape Verde. So I capitalized off of it. So it's crazy as I said, well, let me see if people want to try some Cape Verdean food. Well, sure, God damn it. 1 week I got one guy because they opening a lot of data centers here.
Oh man.
He ordered nine orders. Okay. The next week I got 6 orders. Okay. So if you're in the Georgia area, in the surroundings area of College Park, Union City, all that area, y'all can order some food if y'all want to try some authentic Cape Verdean food. Okay. I had to put that out there because I got a couple of orders coming up this weekend.
Well, how can they how can they like which way you want them to reach out to you? Because I'm gonna throw the communication waves out there. So like, what's the best way for them if they wanted to, if they are in the area and they want to reach out? Like, how can they connect with you to place
Let
the
me
order?
see. Let me see. Let me see if I could put this flyer up right here.
Okay.
This is our weekend special.
But listen, look, if I don't get it now, I already know the comments and say like yeah, how did that? So let me go ahead and get the answer
Let me see
now.
if I could put. I can't. Let me see if I could. I don't know how to put it up. I'm gonna have to send it to you.
Okay, that'll work.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I can edit it in. Or
Okay, I'll send it to
post the
you.
links into the
Because the number's on there. They have to do it to order within 24 hours. Yeah, send it if you can. Send it. So
Mama T said yes. The photos of the food on IG look so good. I ain't seen it. I ain't been on. I got to get my social stuff going, man. Because
well, we got different dishes. We do. I know one lady. She's a vegan, so she wanted some kale soup, and I make vegan kale soup, like just all vegetables. And then this weekend we're doing a special. We're doing just shrimp bags. In Cape Verde, we eat a lot of seafood because it's nothing but islands. So we eat a lot of seafood. We don't eat like meat like that for real.
right.
Mostly seafood. So we do the seafood. We got the fish. We got the steamed fish. We got the fried fish. We got what we call gufang. Gufang is like made of cornmeal, but it's almost like a funnel cake, but it's a little different. We have what else do we do? We do it's called jagsita. Jagsita is rice and beans, right? Made a certain way. And everybody, I got I got a repeating offer of the coconut curry shrimp. They love the coconut curry shrimp with naan bread and rice and peas or jagsita. Yeah. So that's one of the popular ones they like, the coconut curry shrimp. So if y'all in the area, surrounding area, 24 hours ahead of time. Actually, I had the ones who got an order last week, they came all the way from Monroe, Georgia to get their food. Yeah, so if y'all order ahead of time, 24 hours, then you can pick it up. Okay? So that's it, my brother.
Yes, sir. Listen, I just ran through that food oven. I said, yeah, boy, I'm about to tear that stuff up, boy. That thing warm up.
I was eating my fish. I was
Listen,
over here eating my fish.
Look, I ain't want to spill nothing all over me, man. Look, I can have a little snack or two here, but I got a whole meal I'm about to dig into. But yeah, man, this was It was dope. Spirit be leading us, boy, because I sure had I thought we were gonna be out in and out about an hour or so, but Spirit did what it always do, man. And we ran a marathon again. So I appreciate y'all trying for riding with us on this Thursday going into Friday nightcap. And definitely want to give a huge thanks to all the tribe members that came through, private community members, everybody. Appreciate you, Wunam. And man, yeah, we got to do this thing again in the near future.
All right. Well, always thank you, my brother, and everybody who joined in and listened, and hope we was able to give y'all some wisdom tonight. And we'll see y'all soon, okay?
Yes, sir. They already know. Could he just say, I love seafood? You have to tell them.
Khadijah, look, my cousin asked me for some, and I'm gonna send her some on dry ice. We gotta freeze it, and then we send it. You can get it on dry ice.
Okay,
We ain't gotta
well,
teleport it. You doggone right, dry ice.
I tell you what, Khadijah, I'll connect y'all. Wunam, if it's cool with you, let me know how you want me, the best way to connect y'all, and I'll connect you, with her, because I believe she's serious too, and then that way,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying, she can place an order too.
Yeah, we're sitting right on dry ice.
That's what's up.
And we'll have to do like an overnight thing though. You don't want to do it because when my cousin, she wanted it done overnight, so we'll send it on dry ice. So by the time it gets there, it's still frozen.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember I used to travel. I used to bring food back and forth up north. I would freeze it and then just throw it right in my suitcase, pack it up real good, with the like the Ziploc bags or whatever type of bags to seal it or whatever, and then shoot, it still be good.
I'll bring a whole pizza pie from New York all the way to Georgia. I would drive 14 hours with 2 pizza pies in my car.
Listen,
Right? Yeah.
you sound like me. Look, I used to love Chinese food, man, because up north, like down here, they don't make good Chinese. I don't eat it no more, but when I used to eat Chinese food, I used to tear that Chinese food up. And so I would literally bring big old boxes like Chinese food back home, and then the duck sauce, because they got that real duck sauce up there, man.
Got the real,
Yeah, I used to bring like the big, I don't know, like 20, 30 ounce containers of the damn duck sauce. Like, man, I used to be shipping.
We got lucky because I love Chinese food too, but we got a shop here, and I made friends with her. We're real good friends. When I had my store, it was down the street. She knew I had a store, so we became friends. So anyway, she's from New York, so she's the only place that I would get Chinese food because it tastes like New York Chinese food.
Yeah. Down here, I haven't really been because I don't really eat a lot of meat either no more. So it's like I haven't really been eating Chinese food like that. But if I do, it's like the rice and seafood, shrimp, fry. But it's not the same down here like it is up north. North got the real Chinese food. It's popular there, but down here it's all right.
Yeah, well, let me know because she's from New York and hers tastes just like New York Chinese food.
Hey, look,
I could dry ice you. I could dry ice you.
I was just about to say I might give it a shot. I might give it a shot. Yes, sir. That's what's up. And I appreciate it, man. So yeah, family, I appreciate y'all try. And we will be back soon. I'm working on saying the days because when I say a day, sometimes it don't work out that way. So I have to say I'll see y'all on the next episode, family. And we'll see y'all ASAP expeditiously. Y'all have a good one. Appreciate you, Wunam. So I'll definitely be in touch. Y'all have a good one, family. I'll see y'all on the next episode. We out. Peace. Don't forget to share and subscribe, please. We out. Peace.
All right. Blessings. Peace.
Ẹni tó gbàgbé ilé ṣàpò ìyàpọ̀ tẹ́ǹtì ẹni takísà ní tàtàn ò bá padà sílé anítìjàkọ ẹja lọ pé eégún mo ṣe ní gbẹ́rẹ́ ìpàkọ́ forsake not your ancestors and praise your.